Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Share a Beer 496. This is not a great number, but it's the 10th anniversary show, man. This is tomorrow would be officially, right, Bum? The
Yes.
Tomorrow is the official date of the 10 years anniversary, but this is the Saturday that it falls on for the show. So I don't know that we could ever really hit it exactly because I think did we started the show on Mondays, Mark, but then
Yeah,
moved to Tuesdays.
and then
Were we doing Tuesdays when the show went to YouTube?
we were on Mondays for a while, and then we were on Tuesdays for a long time, and then Saturdays for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
We were like Tuesday for 7.5 years.
Oh, yeah, the majority of it. Yeah, no doubt. So we are here every Saturday or most every Saturday, uh, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. Hopefully, we stay here for a while, but God willing. But this is the special 10-year anniversary. We have been doing Share a Beer, not all of it recorded, but we have been doing continuously Share a Beer for 10 years as of today, man. This is pretty special.
Mhm.
Wow.
This is pretty doggone special to me. I never conceived that when I thought this up that it would be going 10 years later. Like we'd still be on here online talking, building this community. I mean, you think about all the faces you guys have seen over the course of 10 years,
Mhm.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Well, I was surprised it went 10 episodes, 10 years. Come on.
I mean, come on, right? Yeah. It was a miracle to get past the first 10 weeks, right? So right now we've got, at least on my screen, I've got Bum, I've got Earth, Coach, Mark, and Tom. Man, how are you guys doing, brothers?
Excellent, Joe.
Doing good.
Great. So, like I was talking about in pre-show, I want to just, we'll get to what we're drinking real quick. We'll just kind of mention what we're drinking. I'm not even going to go into Untapped. This is kind of just a totally different show this week. I'm just going to, hey, what are we drinking? And then I just want to get into more about you guys, man. Who you are, where you're from. If you, as much as you guys want to tell, go ahead and tell it. You know what I'm saying? So let's start. Let's start with Mark, man. What are you drinking, brother?
I am drinking my warm-up beer. Is a classic Canadian lager. Moosehead.
Oh, Moosehead. Yeah,
Lager.
absolutely.
16-ounce cans with the fort with the Northwest Territories green on the top and the Saskatchewan gold on the bottom, and it's perfect pale yellow color. The head's pretty much gone, but yeah,
Like apple juice.
yeah, it does. It kind of looks like looks like diluted apple juice almost.
Yeah.
But
Kind of looks like moose piss.
yeah, moose piss. I think that's the secret ingredient.
Yeah, that adds that little tang, that little special
Yeah.
tang to it, right?
You
Yeah.
know, it's I put it kind of in the same thing as like PBR and Schlitz. I mean, it's
Sure.
that kind of flavor. It doesn't have that kind of sweetness that Bud and Coors have. It's a little drier than that. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's 450 for 4 16 ounces. So
Hey,
Oh, not bad.
yeah, not bad at all.
it's just enough to get the to get everything lubricated and ready to take the big one.
And Tom, what are you having, brother?
Oh man. All right, I'm having from Jack's Abbey.
So it just started off that way.
Citra Bra. It's their dry hopped pilsner. Yeah, they dry hopped IPL pilsner.
Oh, nice. Is it? Can you really get some of that hop in there?
Um, it's more of a pilsner. Like, how can I say this?
Okay.
Smell, you get that little dry hoppiness from the Citra, but you can
Mhm.
tell that breadiness in the background from the pilsner.
Hmm.
And then once you drink it, you get pilsner in the front and a little bit of Citra, like when you breathe in a little bit. If that makes sense.
Is it
Like,
is it
like
funky at all? Is it a little? Does it have a little funk to it, or is it more like a European pilsner, or is it more
yeah,
American pilsner?
it's more of the style than more
Okay.
of nowadays very hopped.
Okay.
It's like very like bready and crackery. type of thing.
So do they use traditional Pilsner hops in there? Do they along with the Citra?
I'd imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they just
maybe
dry
they-
hopped it with the
with the
Citra.
Citra.
Yeah.
So they probably brewed it with the what is that? Is that not how? What is the traditional like European Pilsner hops? What is it?
Oh, it's like Munich Pills.
Like Saz and East Kent
Yeah,
Goldings.
Oz and East Kent. Yeah.
Cool, man. And what are you drinking, Earth?
Oh, well, I thought I was dumbing it down a little bit today, but I brought the Trillium Lock and Key.
Oh, look at him, man.
Oh
Is
It's,
anything from
gluten
Trillium
reduced.
dumbing it down? Is anything
Yeah.
from
Well, compared to what I was gonna crack, but, which I'm glad I went this route now.
So what do you think of that one, man? What's it like?
It's fantastic. It's not getting really good ratings on Untapped, but I think it's just because it's not hyped up. I think it holds a candle to anything that's out there right now that's hyped up.
When was that canned? I don't remember seeing that.
This is January 24th.
Oh wow,
That's
super fresh.
Yeah.
2 days. 15
That
days
is
fresh.
But it's gluten reduced, so I think people are looking at that going, nah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's delivering all the flavors. There's nothing lacking in it at all.
yeah.
That's you know.
You mind if I see what it looks like? It must. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. That is pure haziness, baby.
Dude, that looks good.
Oh yeah, look at that swirl, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep. Trillium is advertised.
Yeah, just shake it, don't break it, though. I'm just saying, just shake it, baby. Yeah, shake it. What are you having, Coach?
I'm having the American Beauty Dogfish Head.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
we just got it in here, so I grabbed it. And then just real quick, the main thing that kind of got me was it's pale ale brewed with granola and honey. So,
Oh,
Is that the Grateful Dead beer? I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
ooh,
Yeah.
just barely some smoke coming out of that bad boy.
Yeah, a little bit. So.
Ooh, poured a little too.
I'm interested what you think of that. That sounds tasty.
Yeah.
It actually does.
Yeah, graham
pretty
cracker
excited.
with probably maybe some cinnamon in there as well, and
Well, it just says granola and honey, pale ale brewed with. So.
oh,
Cheers.
granola. Oh, I thought you said graham cracker.
Coach, whatever you do, it's a Grateful Dead beer. Whatever you do, don't lick the label. You'll start tripping.
Yeah,
That's right.
especially the little bears. Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
So what do you think, man? Is it bready or what do you?
It's good. It's pretty sweet as expected. For the color, it tastes a little lighter than what the color is, but it's good. I enjoy it.
Cool.
So,
And Bum, what do you having, brother?
I'm starting out with Sierra Nevada Resilience. I finally found it.
Oh,
It finally made its way here, and I bought it just so I could compare it to my locally brewed version, which I wasn't thrilled with. This is much better, but as far as Sierra goes, it's still pretty run of the mill.
Yeah.
Pretty run of the mill Sierra beer, but I bought it for the cause. So that's my warm up beer, and later on, as the show goes on, I have a couple beers that have to do with the number 10.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Theme of the show. I wish I
Nice.
would have thought of this like 3 weeks ago. I could have done a lot better than I did. So I got a couple of them.
I wish I would have thought of something with the number 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got Adam in the chat, Travis, Dirk. Hey, thank you guys for showing up, man. Appreciate it. And Dirk says, "Lick it, Coach. Lick it."
Look it up.
Yeah. So yeah, and Travis said, "Happy 10-year anniversary, man. I'm having a Stone Woot Stout from 2016." Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. Anybody that wants to see the malt liquor report, everything is going to be delayed. So we'll cover the malt liquor report more than likely, right?
we can, if you want, Joe, we can forgo the malt liquor report. Billy D is here, though. Billy D has something special, but we can forego the malt liquor report, Joe. Special show.
Okay. Well, we'll see how long things go, and then so we might have a malt liquor report. We'll definitely cover the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl commercials. All that'll be after. I want to get to what do we have? 5 people in here right now. I want to get to these cats and let's cover when you found out about the show, who you are, maybe what you do, a little bit about you. And when you came in the show and all that sort of thing. So how should we go about it? Let's start with Tom.
All right. I'm not going to get into too much about myself. I'll tell you how I maybe found out about the show.
Sure.
What led me here. I forget what year it was. Probably when I was 20, 22, 21, just getting into craft beer. I was just trying to venture off and see what was out there after having like Sierra Nevada and such. So I bought some Guinness Extra Stout. Went online, looked it up, saw Joe D sitting there drinking a beer. So I drank a beer with him. And it was at the time I wasn't really going through a good spot in my life, so it was nice to find someone online that I don't know if anyone's the same way. Like you like to do things with others. Drink a beer with Joe, and thought it was fun. Kept buying beers, drinking same beers as him, see how it goes. I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I sent Joe and Mark some beer. They liked it. I asked to be on the show, and here I am now.
Yeah, and that was awesome beer.
Yeah, it's still awesome beer. Yeah.
And about what was last year? October was the first time I met Joe, Mark, in
Yeah, that was 2017. Yeah, yeah, it's over a year ago. Yeah,
half ago maybe.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Wow,
yeah,
time flies, man.
It does. That seemed like yesterday, man. It was crazy. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
But definitely good times. Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't really get much into myself. I don't know, but I would tell you how I met you guys.
That's fine. Well, tell us at least the region of the country you're in.
I am from southeastern Massachusetts.
All right. Well, that's
so you're
cool.
a Rams fan, right?
Yeah, he's a definite Rams fan for sure.
Hey, I bleed blue and yellow, right?
Yeah. Well, at least hey, thanks for watching and hanging in there with us as long as you have, Tom. I really appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
I really do appreciate it. Coach, what about you, brother? You want to tell us anything about yourself? What you do for a living, what part of the country you're in, when you joined the show, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, I mean, if I break up, let me know. I've been having some issues. I started watching your show a long time ago. I didn't join right away when you had people joining, but I watched it a long time ago. I think one of the first ones I saw was Moose Drool, and I've mentioned that to you before. But my real name is also Tom, but I can't be Tom because there's Tom. So I'm head coach because I used to coach a high school wrestling team here in Idaho for a lot of years, and I coached in San Diego. For work, I do some technical help for Sam's Club members on the application side. So if you have an app, a Sam's Club on your phone, I help you out with that stuff. Anything from emails, chat to, whatever you need done, I help you out. And then I help improve the app too. Not a lot, but a little bit. So.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah, that's good to know. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like I said, with your show, I just, it's one of those things I kind of agree with Tom. There's some times where things weren't always great, and I would always, turn you on, and this was the favorite thing is,
whoa. You tune in to watch.
Right.
And you turn him on.
Yeah. Hey, not that you're not a handsome guy, but I don't.
Maybe that word was worded wrong, but
Totally understand.
Yeah,
No,
I'm getting
it's
ahead of
cool.
myself, but
Yeah, I was just busting your balls a little bit. But
no,
yeah.
I know, and that's what I've always liked about the show. I enjoy your enthusiasm. All the guys in the show. It's kind of cool to see the progression of the show and everyone you've had on, and the knowledge and the people you've met. And one of my favorite shows is I have a screenshot of it still. Maybe I'll upload it to my picture on here. But it's of you 3 New Years ago, and we're on there, and you're doing the show, and you're getting totally out of hand, and then you bring up this picture of you in high school wrestling, and you show the picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they later took that video down, or you had to, because of music, or I don't know what happened. Anyway, that was one of the funniest things I remember, because I was live with you when that happened, and it was pretty cool. So, but anyway, so.
Well, thanks for, man. I appreciate all your loyalty, Coach. It's been awesome having you on the show. You're a big part of the show now. You and Tom. That's absolutely. I mean, all you guys actually are a huge part of the show now. You guys are Share a Beer regulars now. You're part of the CBC. You're made official by the chairman now. So you're. Well, everybody but the next guy we're about to ask, and that's Earth. So,
Mr. Bulletproof. For some reason.
We just call him Bulletproof.
It'll happen.
So, go ahead, Earth. Tell us, who you are, maybe what you do, a little bit about yourself, if you want. Whatever you want to share. When, maybe what year you started watching, or whatever the case may be, man.
Well, my name is Earth, and I think this is my 4-year chip now.
Is it?
Not totally sure.
Seems like longer. I don't know.
I think maybe 5. I was just scrolling through YouTube one day, watching beer reviews, and same thing like Tom. Just saw Joe D, and just kind of continued watching your videos, and here I am. As far as about me, I'm in the 12-volt electrical industry. So I deal with rotating electrical. I won't really get into it too deep, but that's about it on that.
That's fine. Yeah.
And what else? I don't know if I really have a favorite episode. At least not one that really just stands out to me. But I'm in the Southern California area by Palm Springs. I think that's about it.
Yeah, and me and you have had an opportunity to actually share a beer together, hung out, and had actually broke bread, had some lunch and stuff like that. So that's been great, man, and I appreciate all your.
That was
support.
a highlight for sure. Yeah, cheers to that.
It's when this show goes from virtual reality to actual reality, and we get to shake hands and actually have a beer, and well, we always have beers, but to actually sit in front of one another and actually have a conversation and everything, that is super cool, man. That is. Those are special moments.
And you don't realize when you meet that it's not any different.
Right?
It's not any different.
It's the same, right, Tom? Because you really having the video and the talk at the same time, and for as long as we do it, like, you really do get there's no difference. It's like whatever you see here, at least as far as I am, you're like okay, that's him, man. That's what there's virtually no difference. It's just, I think maybe in person you get a scope of maybe how loud I actually am, right? You're like, okay, no, okay, shut up. You're like, whoa. We're in a library, dude. Chill. And Bum, anything you want to share, brother?
Yeah, sure. I think we may have even covered this on show 400 a couple years ago, but you can never tell a good story too many times. One of my major regrets is, and if anybody can correct me on this, please do. I wish there's some way you could go deep into YouTube and find out exactly when you subscribe to somebody's channel. Because I would love to find out exactly when I subscribe to Joe's channel.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and I don't think YouTube offers that option.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I have checked to see how long I watch YouTube, because you can get that number,
Right.
and we can talk about that sort of thing later.
My only hope would be, Joe, if you still had your email from around 2010, 2011, where it says, "Bum, just subscribe to your YouTube channel." Do you still have that email, Joe?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't delete those emails, but I think Gmail does automatically after like a certain amount of time.
Because there's nowhere on YouTube to find out when exactly you subscribe to somebody. My oldest email that I have that I got where it said you uploaded a video was around show 200. So anyway, that's all irrelevant. I was drinking a particular beer one time, and I just did a random search on YouTube, and I wasn't even really aware that there was that many people reviewing beers on YouTube at that point. And I just did a random YouTube search for this beer, and Joe came up among a few other people, and I watched those videos, and I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's great." He's I mean, all these other people are being a little bit too serious. Joe is being serious about the beer, but he's also laughing and he's burping. And I was like, this guy's great. And I checked out his other videos. And I was like, the more videos I watched, I was like, oh my God, I have to start watching this guy all the time. And from there, I found out about the Share a Beer show. And the rest is history. I mean, you know, I eventually started watching the show live a couple years later and started commenting, and I eased my way into the show, and that's basically it. Here we are. I think I started watching in 2012, and here it is 7 years later, and here I am. Remains one of the pleasures of my life. Thank you, Joe, and thank you, everyone.
Oh man, you know
you're in management too, aren't you?
What's that, Earth?
Aren't you in management now?
I'm not in management. No.
No, he's part of the board here. Yeah, he's
no.
No, you're part of the board. You're part of the board.
No.
Yes, you are, Bum.
I'm a worker bee. I will always be a worker bee.
The board of the beer show is Joe. He's president, and then you got Bum, and then you got Mark.
No.
It's a very short list.
I'm proud to be a worker bee.
Yeah, you are a worker bee.
He's part of the paid staff. We can put it that way. He's part of the.
A couple
and I've got beers tonight, guys.
Andrew, wow. Andrew has grain belt. Wow.
Not only that, but note the name Northeast. That's specific for in reference to the Northeast neighborhood in which the brewery is in. Well, the original brewery in Minneapolis.
Andrew, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to you now, buddy, since you just jumped in, and I just want to talk about. I just want you to tell us who you are. Maybe or maybe not, you know, however much you want to share about yourself, but maybe what you do, where you're at in the country, when you first you started watching the videos, or when you first joined in, and anything you want to share about yourself there. You got the floor.
I just started watching beer review shows at random a few years ago, and I just happened to come across Joe's, and I figured, well, you just watch your show for about 6 months, maybe a year, and I decided, well, let's see. Oh, and then I noticed you had the beer show one where you got several different people from across the world, and I figured, okay, well, let's try and figure out what day we can get involved and be a regular. And that, I think it's been over 5 years now.
Yeah, because you've been here quite a while. Yeah.
And I'm in the frozen north, aka Minnesota.
Awesome, man.
And right now it is rather frozen outside. We got a lot of that. We got a lot of that shit nobody wants on the ground. We have more coming.
I appreciate you tuning in and checking in whenever you can, man. I really do appreciate it, Andrew. Thank you, man.
And then I've got Dank.
Oh, Dank! All right,
Dank bot. And then I got a couple Reds.
Reds. All right, right on.
Reds apple ale. And I don't give a shit what the chairperson says about fruiting beer. I don't give a shit.
Well, the beer's already fruited, so that's kind of forgivable, you know.
As long as you don't fruit the beer.
Yeah, as long as you don't fruit the beer.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So I know, but so if someone fruits my beer in front of me while it's on the table and then I drink it.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Yeah, that's points deducted. It's like, nah, come here, man.
Yeah.
Let me smack you. Let me smack you. Come here.
But yeah, these are 16-ounce cans.
Hey, well, again, Andrew, I damn sure appreciate you tuning in, brother, and everything you've done, and all the fine Minnesota water you've drinking on the show, man.
Hey, it's what happens when you don't have any money.
Hey, you know, and like we say, man, we don't really care, just as long as you come on and join part of the conversation, and that makes it all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And Craig. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe what you do for a living, if as much as you want to share about yourself, when you found out about the show or when you started watching the videos, all that sort of thing, brother.
Yeah, I think it's and congratulations and all that, and hello everyone. Yeah, I think it was partly kind of two friends, one from the UK and one from America. One from the UK was Rob Hopzine on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about you a few times. And
yeah.
The other one is the guy in the chat, Rod J.
Yeah, Rod J, yeah.
So it's kind of it's spiraled and got chatting to a few guys from the States, and then for some reason I didn't get to your channel until quite late on. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in myself. I didn't find it a bit sooner. Like, maybe 9 years sooner. But you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But yeah, so for the last sort of year and a half, it's been really great to know everyone and get to know everyone well and stuff. It's been really cool. So yeah, thanks for having us on again.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate you jumping in, especially at your hour and everything, man. That sacrifice is greatly appreciated.
Well,
we've had
the missus is not here, so that, you know, it makes it easier.
Oh yeah, that definitely makes it easier. Yeah, exactly. Right. And sometimes you jump on to get away from the missus, right? So that
which is generally every time, but today.
But that's today's excuse, right? Today it's like
today it's just like a free hit, you know. So it's like
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. It once a week for a few hours. Hey, it's kind of a getaway without having to really go anywhere, right? You know, you can have a beer. That's what I wanted for this show in the first place. It was just a live place where we could talk face to face and be in the safety of your environment, wherever that may be, and just to have a beer, like a virtual pub table. I've always described it that way. I just wanted a place to just let's have a virtual pub table. And Mark, finally, I'm gonna get to my longest online friend here, man, and I become dear friends with Mark and Pam. Pam's over there, sitting over there. I know somewhere.
Yeah, he's monitoring it over here. Yeah,
exactly. So I don't forget Pam. Pam's another longtime supporter. The both of them. It's Mark and Pam together, bro. And go ahead and tell us about yourself, there, Mark.
Okay. Hi, Mark. I'm a Libra. Oh man, I found this show by I had a bright idea in 2009 that I was going to do beer reviews. So I came up with the name Video Beer Reviews. But I started searching. I searched on YouTube for video beer reviews, and I found Joe doing a review of New Belgium Fat Tire. That was the first time I saw Joe on YouTube, which was like February of 2000, probably right at the beginning, like February 2009. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I think, but you were like one of maybe 3 or 4 people that were doing beer reviews on YouTube. There was not very many people.
Mhm.
So I started the channel and all that convoluted history with but I think I joined the show. It was maybe like March or April of 2009. I mean, it was just a couple months in, and 10 years later, I'm still here, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, but it's been fun. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, it's become part of my life, really. I mean, for so long it was on Monday, then we switched to Tuesday. It was probably a couple years in, and literally for the 7 years, whatever we were on Tuesday, it's like I planned. Tuesday night was off limits. I couldn't do anything except share a beer, and it's just been great. We've had so many people come on. I've met a lot of people virtually, and a lot of people face to face, which is. Like Tom was saying, it is exactly, you meet them face to face and it's like, oh, okay, there you are. It's because you know the person so well from just interacting on the show. So it's been a great, it's just been so much fun. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just cool to be able to get together with people from all over the world and just talk about something that we all have in common and we enjoy, and then just shoot the shit and have fun.
Yeah, beer is great when it comes to
I mean, it is
people and just brilliant.
And I've had the Joe has become like they said, brother from another mother. We've met up 4 or 5 times. We've we've just become great friends, and it's all because of that silly YouTube video that Joe did, in like January of 2009.
Yeah,
and let me see, I've met Zach, Tom, Joe, Bum, Winton. Remember Winton? Yuichi Tuba? For a long time.
Yeah.
Met up with him.
He's from the Bay Area at the time, right?
Yeah, now he's living in Tokyo. He's been in Japan for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, and met up with Tom, who was, remember Tom was on here for a while?
Yeah.
Met him. So I've met most people, and I'd like to meet everybody else there. Andrew.
Did you meet Gary and his wife too, or no?
No, we were up in his area a couple years ago, and we just was with family, and we just ran out of time.
Yeah.
So that was one person who knows? We'll probably get up there again, but yeah, I mean, it's been cool. I've met just a lot of cool people. Had spent hundreds of hours on doing this, and it's just fun. It's like a virtual pub table. Just get together, share a beer, talk about whatever, and
it really is, and that can't be overstated enough. Like it when you finally meet face to face, it's just like
you're better online. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like you just know because you're like, oh yeah, well of course that's so and so. I've known him for. Yeah, like what did I think? Like, it's a trip. How?
Yeah,
it's just a trip. How natural it feels and it fits and everything, because we've already talked, we've communicated face to face for years, and in a lot of cases, and it's so natural.
It's exactly the same. It's just.
It's so it kind of makes you think more and more about what is reality, like what is it? How important is it really? And it's important. We're still physical people, and you still remember those face-to-face meetings. And Zach, tell us about Zach's one person I'm glad jumped in here. Zach has made huge transition since he started, and tell us who you are, brother, who you were when you first started the show, how you came about it, and everything like that. Man, you've changed dramatically, my friend. So tell us about yourself.
Is this a special show or something?
What's going on?
You missed the memo.
He's like, where's the malt liquor report?
Only for the malt liquor report.
No, I guess I got in. Let's see. It would probably be 6 years ago when I first jumped into the show.
Is it just
And
6?
I
It feels like longer. Because I've been here 5.
Yeah, because I was always pretty much Google Plus. Maybe it was one, but
In any case, right?
I had sent Joe an email of. I enjoyed watching some of his reviews. I was Joe and Mark were online beer reviews. I was writing beer reviews, and so it was fun to see the difference between how the video guys and then how the writing and all that. But and Joe said, "Oh yeah, come on, jump on," and we always had a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And as that writing progressed, and then finally the brewery got open 4.5 years ago. And then it's been kind of fun. You get on when you can, and there's been times I've went a month where I just can't get on or whatever. But it's that same thing. You kind of jump on, check on how everybody's doing and what's going on. We've all kind of been through different things personally together, whether it was good or bad or not. But I think I've hung out with Mark at least 3 or 4 times. Joe and I have gotten together twice. Tom and I got real nice and drunk downtown one time.
Doesn't mean good times.
Even Mark's brother came to town. That was fun.
Yep.
So it's always a good opportunity to come in and talk some shit just like you're at the bar.
Yeah,
You can do it without wearing pants.
exactly. Yeah. Just don't pan the camera down. I'm scared of heights. So
Don't stand up.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a 50-50 chance that 20% of this room does not have pants.
I don't have pants on right now. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. There you go. And has that real thing. Andrew has that no pants.
Actually, I got pants on because I just got home from medical training for my EMR certification.
That's why they say keep your hands above the table. You never know
that's
what's going on down.
Right.
It's always been hands above the table, and especially don't keep your pinkies out. Just stand.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, the one thing I will say about your show here is when you get a chance to listen to the theme song for the TV show Cheers.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
There's one line in there that fits this show like a glove. You go, it's a bar, it's a place where you can go where everybody knows your name.
Well,
It's like as soon as you walk in the door, Norm.
Except the chairman.
Yeah, chairman's a hated person.
And we both have a coach.
Yep.
Yeah, we both have a coach. Yep.
It originally started with Coach. Yep. But
this isn't Cheers. This is Cunts.
Oh, yeah. And what else were you going to say, Zach?
Mark and Joe both been to Chain Reaction, my brewery that I own.
Yeah.
When we do events or live music or whatever, we always end the night with the Cheers theme song. I've tried to base a lot of that off of. I'll watch Cheers on loop most days anyway.
I'm hoping to get out soon.
Andrew, what I thought Andrew didn't like was the line where and your husband looks like a girl or something. I thought that's what it should.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get out to Denver at some point. It'd be cool to meet a few of you if I get out to Denver.
Yeah, come on out
Yeah.
to Denver. It's always an interesting time.
My brother's father-in-law lives out there, and every once in a while, him and his wife and their kids, they'll drive out to Denver and go skiing and stuff. And I told his wife and him about Chain Reaction. So hopefully, one of these times when they go out there, they'll stop in, Zach.
Come on through. Have them get you a couple of cans. It's not terribly far. I think it's let's see, that's 10. I'm about the same distance from Andrew that I am Joe. Probably actually a little closer to Minneapolis than I am Phoenix.
Because my brother said it takes about 12 hours to drive through it completely.
Yeah, and it takes me about
he's done it.
Takes me about 13 to get to Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix is out there.
Yeah.
There's just no easy way there.
Yeah.
Not from Denver.
You had extra miles because you can't go straight to Stagnant.
If you're real quick, guys, I do have some music giveaways. So I have two giveaways today that I can offer as well for free music, free legal music. So we'll figure out some way to divvy those out. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be a fun little giveaway. Maybe for those that are in the chat, if they can put in where they're tuning in from. We've had Hans on here before. Dirk's been on here several times now. Rajay's watching the new football league, which we'll try to cover later.
Can't forget
But
that.
yeah, no, I definitely want to talk about the new American Football League. Last Sunday's activities in the Super Bowl and the last Super Bowl commercials. But I want to get to that later. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I still want to stay focused on the 10th anniversary. Right now, I'm going to kind of split things up by getting to my longest aged beer ever. And it was sent to me by someone who's from part of the malt liquor community, actually. Odeed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
He's one of the. He's been watching the show. He's been watching my videos forever. Odeed, and for those that don't, I think he said, Mark, did he say not too long ago when he jumped in that he doesn't necessarily keep as many beers aged as he used to, or something like that?
Yeah, he got through it. Either drank them or put them away or whatever. Yeah, his cellar's way down from what it was 10 years ago. I mean, 2009, 2010, that guy had stuff that was 5 or 6 years old already at that point.
Yeah. And he didn't just he wouldn't have like 1 or 2 bottles. This cat would have like 5 or 6. I mean, when he made a video of his beer cellar, it was insane, especially coming from someone that literally drank malt liquor. It was like, he's got all this good beer and he's drinking malt liquor. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy.
Seems like he's got 1 foot in each camp.
Yeah, and but longtime viewer of the show, and he reached out and wanted to send me a couple of beers, and I drank some of them, but I still have one, and it's still, if he were to jump on here, I'd ask him when he sent this beer, because I don't think I have any way of knowing, but it's from AleSmith.
Was it in your storage?
Company,
was it in your 110-degree storage locker?
Yeah, of course, because I've had it a long time. It's the AleSmith Brewing Grand Cru.
Oh, wow.
It's a Belgian strong dark ale. I'll show it here on the Untapped and give you some information on the general listing. Like I said, I don't know exactly. I'll look for a date on the bottle and we'll crack this live on air right now, man. But I would bet that I've had this pretty close to that 10 years because he sent it pretty early on. But you got 20,000 ratings on here, 54 in the last 30 days, 10% ABV, 17 IBUs, and a 3.89 bottle cap rating. I'm not going to go into all that description, but you guys can catch up on that if you want. But it's got this foil on it.
The packaging might tell you like what year it's from.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for a date or something on here.
Because I don't think the packaging's like that anymore.
It's yeah, I don't know if these were I think these were the days, man, when they rarely put dates on these bottles, because I'm not seeing jack. But yeah, it doesn't say anything. It honestly doesn't. It just says first place in California State Fair. Yeah, there's no. It doesn't even tell you when they won. You know what I'm saying? That would be another indicator. It's completely date free, man. It's very tough to tell. But this is. It just looks like it lifts right up. This foil.
What did it get in what year? Because I'm on Wikipedia and it's saying all the years they won.
It got first place in the California State Fair. That's literally all it says.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, if you could come up with anything on there from the looks of the bottle or anything, that'd be. And it's God, man. I've had this forever. So I'm peeling this up. Here we go. We've got a plain cap on here, just a plain gold cap.
You peeling it up, Joe?
Yeah,
that beer should still be pretty good.
I'm hoping it is. I've got one of my favorite glasses on here, as you guys know, of course. So let me get my beer emergency towel, because this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move the keyboard. I'm moving everything out of the way here, man. So here we go, man. Let's see what kind of smoke we get out of I'm assuming this thing's at least 9 years old. I don't know, man.
That's impressive.
Let's see. Oh, we got some initial puff of smoke. Dude, look at this thing. And I don't know how long he had it before he sent it to me. Look at the inside of this cap.
Oh, yeah, nice.
More than 10 years old, I guess.
That is nice.
Look at that. So here we go, man.
I missed it. What's this beer?
Oh,
the Grand Cru from AleSmith.
Oh, very nice.
9+ years old.
Yeah, it's 9+ easy. Look at this, man. Look at that color in that beer. Let me get. Oh, I almost forgot the picture, man. Oh, are you kidding me on this beer?
Sadiq would be after you right now.
Oh my God, Sadiq would have my head. Yes.
I also just started doing pictures of my beers this week.
This week, yeah. He's like,
it's a good time.
If you start following me on Untappd, you know.
Oh man, this has that real big, like, malty, really sweet. It smells fantastic, guys.
A little bit of raisin.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, you get some dark fruit in there. Yeah, raisin. It smells like brown sugary, like kind of almost like a burnt brown sugar sort of flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Cream brulee sort of thing.
Like caramel.
Oh yeah, a real dark, deep caramel. Oh my God, it smells great. Here we go, guys. Cheers.
Oh yeah, babe. Cheers.
Cream brulee. Nice.
Oh my God. That is
drain pour. It looks like a drain pour to me.
This is definitely a drain pour, Mark. You got that. You nailed it. This is a drain pour right down this drain right here.
Yeah, I was going to say
live drain pour.
This one's going right down this drain. I'm telling you right now. Oh my God, that is fantastic. It is so smooth. You cannot taste that alcohol one bit. Not one bit, man. Oh my God, I'm gonna go a real aggressive pour on this one.
Oh yeah.
And this is a big bottle too, baby. We got a big bottle.
You
Yeah,
gotta
baby.
get, you gotta get that. You gotta get your head. Yeah.
I got a big brown bottle here, baby. Yeah. This one,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this one will fit. I'm just saying, baby. Yeah.
Right.
You turn the light on, Joe. The room just went dark a little bit.
We got a 750 right here, baby.
Cigarette. What's going on?
750 mil, man. This is, bro. This beer is. This is nuts. I was worried about it. I was worried. Now, mind you, this is just like Andrew was asking. This is one of them beers that was stored for 2 years. It was stored in, I don't know, 100-degree plus temperatures. The only thing I can,
locker.
yeah, it's the worst beer cellaring ever, and this is another one that survived, man. This is, look at the color on that thing.
That
Oh,
cap looked nice
There
too.
was some of them. I just opened up that 2012 Dark Lord.
Ooh, that must have been fantastic.
Wow, really?
I seen
And
that.
I did see that.
crazy. It was.
yeah, look at the
Right
cap.
when I got it.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, that cap's nice.
That's insane, man.
That's amazing.
That Dark Lord was 6.5 years old. We got it for our wedding,
Yeah, I saw that on.
and it was.
Was it Untapped? Maybe I saw it.
Yeah, it was. But it had like really nice cherry notes, like chocolate covered cherry notes.
Mm.
It was delicious.
Yeah, I bet.
San Diego Brewing, man, right there, man. And San Diego beers, man. There's something about them, bro.
The San Diegans.
I mean, not only do they make good beer in San Diego, they got all the weather. I mean, they,
Yeah,
you know,
They got the wood.
there's a lot of reasons to hate on them people. A lot. Man, this is if you can get this beer, now of course you're not going to get it that old, but I mean, if you can get it, I would still get a couple bottles and age it, man. I mean,
Age the shit out of it. Yeah.
Well, that's the perfect style for aging. I mean, it's Belgian dark strong ale. Yeah.
That's a type of beer that I mean, it has Belgian yeast, right? So is that auto fermenting also?
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, perfect, Tom. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, because it's bottle fermented.
That
Ooh.
bottom of that bottle is gonna have a shit ton of. Oh, it's gonna be nice
Oh, yeah.
down there. Oh, you're gonna have a good
Lots of
time.
B vitamins down there, Joe.
That's what I told her. Yeah.
Get your protein and some
lots of
vitamins.
vitamins down
Dark
there.
cold, you get lots of vitamins.
There's a lot of vitamins down there, baby. You got to get here. Let me get this to you. Here.
And protein.
Yeah. Here, let me get this to you here, baby. Here. Yeah.
The breakfast of champions.
Yeah. All the good stuff's at the back end there, baby. Just saying. Yeah.
I've got a.
Yeah.
I have a beer
Chew
from
before you
Coke.
swallow, baby. Just saying.
Hands above the table.
Yeah.
What we think that?
Yeah.
What's
I have a beer from Coach's neck of the woods. Up
For
in
who?
Idaho.
Oh.
Not very often to get beer from Idaho. It's,
I mean, Idaho.
Payette or Payette.
As head coach is laughing.
Coach, have you had Payette?
Oh yeah.
I have their 12 gauge.
Yep. Shotgun or the 12 gauge. Yeah.
Yeah, the 12 gauge barrel aged Imperial Stout.
Never had it. But they have a lot of good things, and that's a popular one up here. I've never seen the barrel age, so I'm interested in that one. But nice.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Oh,
What would you rate it?
Out of what?
Five?
If you're on
1 to 10.
Untapped, out of a 5.
1 to 10? It's probably like a 7.5.
Nice.
Hey, does anybody here have a favorite share beer moment or one that just pops up into your mind that you always think about quite a bit, or maybe a favorite personality that jumps in from time to time?
I have mine.
Yeah, go for it, Zach. What do you got?
When Joe ran into the pole.
Yeah.
That might be the best one.
Bonus footage.
Which visit to Denver was that? The first
That
or
was
the
on
second?
we were walking to the Great American Beer Fest. We went to Falling Rock and had a couple of beers on, and Joe ate this monstrosity of a burger and was trying to film himself walking down the street. And like, you don't get that kind of ping unless you're in a cartoon.
The pole did actually ping like that.
Did the pole bend at all?
It was a big, light, like, street pole.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one of those, like,
Not after his head hit it, though.
Yeah. It was hilarious. And it was like there was a big crowd of people walking too. So it wasn't like just a few people. There was a ton of people there. Everybody was rolling. I mean,
everybody was laughing. Hey, watch this fat ass! Walks headlong into the pole.
No, you didn't even have to draw attention to it. Because like Zach said, it literally made that dong. Like it literally.
Yeah.
I hit that thing so hard, and I'm a big enough guy. There was enough mass hit the pole, and it went.
We had people selling tickets and Joe walking into poles.
That is no doubt. That was me pole dancing. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. TMI. Don't need to see Joe pole dance.
The first
Joe
time
pole dancing, we don't need to see that.
The first time never works so well. I used to see Joe.
That's on the B-roll. Also, Mark, you would think Joe would be like kind of the guy that can put the most beer down. Mark keeps up with probably the best one. He's one of the few people, besides myself, that has came into the brewery and drank 10 ounce beers.
Good job, Cinderson.
Thank you. Yeah. Nice
He put them down.
He's a CBC representative.
Yeah.
You get to keep your certification.
I felt it the next day for sure, but it was
fun. You would have had to, because we don't make. It's not like he was coming in and drinking lagers or anything. Like none of the beers he was having were below 6.5%.
Yeah.
And he drank at least 100 ounces.
I don't know, man. The last visit to Denver, I know I put down some beers because I didn't drive, so it's like going down there is fantastic because you can just crush beers every day. It's like
walk to a train.
Beer for breakfast, beer for brunch, beer for lunch, beer for dinner. It's like on, baby.
There's no asking. You know it's beer.
I think what I would do is I'm not a fan of flying. It's like I'm not afraid of it. It's just the process to get on the damn plane. I would just drive down to Colorado and say hell with the aircraft. I'll spend the 12 hours driving.
Take a train.
Quick.
Yep, I can do that too.
Yep. All right.
I'll get the train.
So what do you got? Second beer tonight. This is a 10th anniversary thing. It's 2010 Stone Imperial Russian Stout.
Oh, you dog!
No, you didn't.
That's the oldest. That is now the oldest beer out of my cellar. So
that's impressive.
Wow. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Shame on you, Mark. Shame on you.
I'm getting really confused. Is this a special show or not?
Yeah, it's 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary.
All right. I'm going to see if we get any smoke.
Yeah.
10th anniversary of the show.
Oh, look at you. Nice.
Smoke?
10th anniversary since it started.
Oh, okay.
So, this beer is 9 years old right at this point.
This is awesome.
I joined late and didn't know that, and I'm just sitting here like, wow,
He's
this
like,
guy's really flashing it up to me.
Zach, I thought you were joking before when you were asking, "Is this?"
No, I had to go fucking home. What's going on?
I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, I actually have no idea what's going on.
Look at the
Tom,
color
I
on
think
that thing, Mark. That is insane, bro.
The head is going away. What is it? 10%, 11%, something like that.
Oh man, that's gonna be beautiful.
It's like 10.6.
Yeah, and it is.
Let me look that up real quick, Mark.
Oh, it is.
That's when it was good too.
And this is the Stone Russian Imperial.
Yeah, the Imperial Russian Stout 2010.
Wow.
This
There
has,
must be a distinct year.
yeah, it's got super dark fruit, lots of like espresso roast coffee aroma.
Ooh,
Wow.
coffee's still in there. That's very impressive.
Molasses.
Coffee in a 9 beer. That's like Jesus. Wow.
I'm just going to go over the general listing, Mark, like I did with mine, just to make it quick. But we've got 32,000 ratings on here, 67 in the last 30 days, another 10% beer, 10.6%, 60 IBUs, and a 407. I mean, that is such a good beer, man. It is. I'm dying to hear what you think of that one.
Fantastic. The beer, it's a little thinner body than I think it was brand new. I mean, the body's thinned out a little bit.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, getting the flavor is getting. I'm not getting the coffee, but I'm getting molasses, but not as sweet. Dark brown sugar and some chocolate and some smoke.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
That specific one, that one gets a 4.23.
That's hey Tom, when was the last time someone had one?
Oh, good question. Let's check that out.
What that edition?
The last. It says five in a month.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, there's someone I guess joining you 7 hours ago had one.
Okay.
Couple people must have had it together.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like 3 people had it together, and the last one was February 5th, January 5th, December 31st. So it's not many people have it.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, even to have 5 people that have had it is
that's still pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That says a lot about the beer too.
Yeah.
I mean, the beer Mark's drinking right now is a phenomenal beer. I mean, get that beer, and you know, and what a show like this, a 10th anniversary, brings out is it allows you to, okay, you know what, this is a good reason to pop the cap on this beer. I've been saving it and saving it and saving it.
So let me see. This is my 3rd check into the beer. My first one was June 27th, 2015. So I waited 5 years before I had it. And then August 29th, 2015. So I must have had 3 bottles. Now I only have 1.
Must have liked it.
Yeah.
So you still got 1 left, Mark?
No, this is the last one.
Oh, that was okay.
I have a 2011 downstairs still.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll have that next year.
But what this does for you guys, if you're new, I mean, well, even if you're kind of green around the edges there of craft beer, you've just seen 2 styles. I have, this one's 9+ easy. Mark's was 9+. I mean, buy a few copies. I'm calling it a copy of a beer. Buy a few bottles of these beers and just have one right away.
Yep.
And then have another one a few years later, and then let that last one just sit. Just put it in the back of your pantry or in the back of your cellar somewhere, and just let it sit there. And then get to it on a special occasion like this here, maybe for someone's wedding or whatever the case. Hey, that's a good reason. Yeah, maybe your one of your kids is 10 or 15 years old. And you buy a bottle now, that helps you remember when you bought it, you know, and you're like, yeah, I bought this bottle. and I'm gonna crack this bottle now. It's you're getting married, and it's you're 20 years old, you're 25 years old, and I bought this when you were 10 or 15, and man, I mean, these beers are phenomenal. I can't tell you how good this beer is.
Yeah.
You can't taste the alcohol in this beer.
Yeah.
It takes a special kind of person to be able to go out and buy more beer, drink that beer, and age beer.
Yeah.
Because some people can't do that.
I hide it in the dark corner of my basement. Way away. Yeah. I have
people
to
can't do that.
and seek it, so I don't run by it every day. That's the only way.
Yeah, sure. I've got a bearded lady dessert edition from Magic Rock in the UK.
Oh, look at that can! That is
Yum.
cool.
It's I've got the link in the group chat on the right hand
Oh,
side.
okay.
So just to make it easier, because it's
Yeah.
this 2018 edition. But yeah, it's a bourbon imperial stout, hazelnut, vanilla, cinnamon, and chocolate. 10.5%. I mean, I've been drinking it for like half an hour, but I've got that much left. So, but yeah, it's damn nice.
I will tell you something interesting right now, Joe. Two of us are drinking the same exact beer right now on the panel.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
It's Earth and myself.
Wow.
I figured Joe would like that.
It's out of this world, was it?
Oh, Tooth and Tail.
Yeah.
Oh, you both are drinking Tooth and Tail. Check
You guys must have went through tooth and tail to get a chance to do that.
Dude, I mean, I love that brewery. I just love that brewery. I'm looking forward to hopefully going to visit their brewery one of these days. But I just love that brewery. I mean, the only other brewery that, and I'm not just saying this, guys. The only other brewery that brews stuff. Well, there's quite a few of them. Let's be honest. But
yeah, there's a bunch.
The other brewery that I can say there's two of them. There's one here in Phoenix that I go to that does all these fun, crazy. Well, I can't say that. You know what? There is a lot of them because there was a brewery in Albuquerque that did these crazy batches, and you could only have them there if you went to the brewery. There's a few here in Phoenix that do similar stuff. These fun, kind of crazy, exotic beers. But I tell you, man, for me to go to Colorado and get a crowler of beer from our friend Zach's brewery, a one-off batch of beer that they brew right there. Here's a keg. This is all we got left. You know what I'm saying? And I get a crowler of that, and to have that a month later on air right here live, and what do we get? And that beer was just as good as I'm talking about this beer right now. It is. That cat Zach brews some beer out of his brewery that is out of this world, man. Some of the best you've ever had.
He knows what he's doing, that's for sure.
I mean,
he does. He does seem like he knows.
And if you follow Chain Reaction Brewing on Instagram and see some of the stuff that they're doing all the time, I mean, it just makes you lick your chops. You're like, man, that. Mm-hmm. But what's great about Belching Beaver is that they will more than likely try to can that and get it out to some, at least in the Western states, they're going to try to get that out to you somehow. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes it kind of fun to me, because just that little bit more fun, because I'm like, okay, I have a shot at getting this beer. I'm in their market area where they actually distribute beers to, and that's what makes that fun. What do you think about that beer you have in Earth?
It's fantastic. Juicy. It's got some nice fruit notes in it. Citrus. And if you don't like the bitter, that's a good style, because there's very little bitter.
Would you say, I would classify, this is my personal opinion, and we all know that each photographer has his own style, right, Mark? Each artist has their own style, and each brewery has their own style. I think we can agree to that as beer drinkers, craft beer drinkers. I think Belching Beaver's style is not to be too hoppy. I think they are that kind of, they like to do things that are sweeter,
Mhm.
not necessarily bitter, but sweeter. Would you say
kinda
that,
sound
Erd?
like
Yeah,
you
it's
sound
sweeter.
like Doctor Evil.
I'm sorry, Zach.
You sound like Doctor Evil. Didn't you ever see Austin Powers?
Sure.
Did you get the quotes?
Oh yeah.
Talking about the sleeper. Talking about the little.
Okay, yeah, I can
No
see
charge
that.
on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. Oh, nice, no charge. Thank you, Andrew.
My wife's drinking a Kilton.
Oh, really? Nice with the new labeling.
No, it's one that we found in the back of the fridge from when we came and saw you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh-oh.
So it's only 2 years old.
Yeah. What do you? What's
Just bottle fill on the floor.
What's your
Nothing
thoughts
major.
on Kilt Lifter, man? Kilt
Nothing
Lifter's,
broke.
not a. It's just a session beer, really.
Yep.
They call it Kilt Lifter for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Not really. It's not even like that. It's kind of deceiving because it's not a strong beer.
Yeah, you drink too many of them, you might.
It's it's this. They call it a Scottish ale, but it's not like. It's just a session Scottish. Like it's a session.
Closer to an amber ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot like 90 shilling. Ooh, that's a fucked up tasting burp. That burp was a little bit weird.
But
I had a horseradish Havarti grilled cheese, brown mustard for dinner, with a pickle and a PBR.
Ooh, that's your own.
And now I'm on my second barrel aged stout.
Yeah, you're lucky you're not dead.
That's blending good there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Okay, now look, Zach. What's going to happen to not necessarily you is bad, but to her is when it bounces out the backside. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like sooner or later, that's going to belch at the backside. That's
if you're gonna do the time, you're gonna do the crime. You gotta do the time.
That's when you get the good sheet waving action going.
I wanted to dip it in green chili, and then I was like,
that would have made it just that extra more special.
No joke.
I had green chili for breakfast and lunch.
Joe, instead of doing the wave, you do the tornado.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm finishing up this beer. I've
goes.
got a little dribble left, but yeah, I'm almost done. This
is that you know the thing about that, Craig, is when you get to these special beers and you're hitting that last hit, that's where all the flavor was, really, right? I mean,
it really is. It's getting more intense. It's like, wow.
Warms up and
it just
the dregs of the beer is like,
yeah.
It's all set on the glass. It's like,
plus that, on an emotional level, that's where all the memories of that beer lie. Your emotional attachment to that beer lies in that last little third, right? That last little eighth, really.
That's the last one you're ever going to have of it.
Yeah, because that's it.
You start taking smaller sips. You take smaller sips.
Oh yeah. You start milking the hell out of it, right? Like
I'm squeezing the hell out of this one. It's like,
yeah.
I've got plenty of this beer left in here, right? As you
got an eyedropper. You just kind of
There you go.
I can still pour some of the Grand Cru in here, right? I can still pour some of it in here. I'm getting stingier with it as it goes down, though. I'm down to here in the bottle right now, but I still got this here in the glass. See, so you don't see me pulling from the glass as much as I was earlier, right?
Yeah. Like, you know what you need, Joe? You need a nice swirl of that beer, pull that whole thing out. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Craig's absolutely right.
Lick the bottom of the glass,
Lick the bottle. Yeah, you start. Yeah. You start. You start like
We
You
don't
want
want to do
all the flavor out that bottle, right? Yeah.
we can't do any gifts of this show. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
you start treating that bottle like Zach was the banana a few weeks ago.
I mean, hey.
It happened.
It's gone. It's gone.
There you
So
go.
everybody that was having a special beer, what would you pair? What would be the ideal food pairing for your special beer that you pulled out?
Excellent.
Oh, I can give you that easy. I can give you that right now. Right now, my food pairing with this. Let me get another hit.
Mine's not a food pairing. I've drunk
Okay.
it.
Okay, I can tell you right now, it'd be dessert. Okay, I would pair this with one of the best non-iced brownies you've ever had, with a nice little scoop of ice cream and some chocolate fudge on it.
Oh, nice.
Would there be any cinnamon in that? Would cinnamon lend a good?
You could add some cinnamon to it, baby, if you want to. Yeah, and some,
Little bit of nutmeg.
and some powdered sugar, and I'll add the nutmeg for free. Matter of fact, we could change the name on that to Nut Joe.
You get your,
What about
make sure you get your vitamins.
Yeah. Add a bit of salt. You know.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, that's just gonna be a saltier version of the nutmeg there, baby.
Craig? What would have been your pairing?
On its own, I wouldn't want to distort from the actual beer itself. I just think it's as it is, and what's included in the beer. It's cinnamon, vanilla, hazelnut, and chocolate, and in a bourbon barrel aged.
That one there, Craig, sounds like I would pair that one after dinner. Have that beer
for sure,
right?
on its own for me.
And you could even go like tilt it over a little bit. You could even, if you're not a big guy like me, if you're a big guy like me, there's no crossing the legs, man. That is a serious man offense. For thinner guys like Mark or Tom, you could cross the legs and have a cigar. That's what I'm talking about with that beer you're having.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a Maduro right there, double wrap Maduro right there. That's what I'm talking about. When you
have a track going on in the background.
Cross the leg. So what do we do? Just moose knuckle down?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you kind of like, and you go wide as you can, and then you go big. You go like the 60. You go the one you can barely get it in between your two fingers. That's how. Matter of fact, you gotta go like that. It's so.
Yeah, I'm used to that. So
John Doobie size cigar.
Yeah. You. Matter of fact, you smoking the John Holmes of cigars. That's what you're doing.
Mark, I know you got something good.
Oh, yeah. This beer would go perfect with a nice hard steak, like a ribeye or something.
Oh,
just have some char on it from the grill, off the big green egg, of course. And then dessert would be just like just a rich chocolate cake without a lot of real sweet icing, but just more of like a dark chocolate cake. Chocolate truffle,
German
maybe?
chocolate cake.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm leading with mine as well. Like that nice, when you got a big, bold stout. And I'm not a big thick steak guy usually, but I think
Rack of
one
lamb.
of those that you reverse sear.
Mm-hmm.
A rack of lamb would be good.
Yeah, that would be good.
Speaking of that, have I ever told you guys about my quest to build the perfect prime rib beer?
Prime rib beer.
Well,
I saw your ramen.
I'm not going to put prime rib in the beer like I did the rum.
So are you going after the German smoked meat beer?
No, I love a good cut of in between medium rare and rare prime.
Mm-hmm.
I like a nice big, not a heavy salt crust that's got a lot of good black pepper. Like I want the end cut of a prime rib, where you get a nice cover of salt pepper crust, but then you've got that juicy, just red.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you
Uh,
what do you
use? Would you use a stout as the base for that?
I think I enjoy the times I've done it. I think I enjoy porter better. I have chased building this recipe. It's one of the only ones that I haven't made that I just couldn't say it's complete. And it's always a really nice bold porter. It's
so what do you,
heavy, punch you in the face. Um, and then in the past, what I've done is I've added uh, black mustard seed and black pepper and caraway to the meal.
Caraway. Okay.
so what are you using to get the beef flavor?
To get the what?
The beef flavor, like the
Well,
meat.
no, I don't want it to taste like that. I want it to be that perfect beer that when you sit down to eat that steak.
Oh, you're just looking to pair it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the perfect, like there's some, with wine, I can tell you I want like this tobacco-y, peppery Merlot or Cab, typically a Cab. That's what I want with my beef.
I was gonna say throw some beef stock in there.
I need one of these tomahawk steaks, man. That's what I'm talking about. One of these bad boys.
Those
That's
are
what
huge.
I'm talking about.
Tomahawk steaks are huge.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
two inch thick steak there.
Yeah,
And that's bone in, literally a bone in ribeye.
Okay.
Well,
I
in
have a
Idaho,
good
we
every
get
night.
half a steer a year, and Zach, I've actually cut down the prime rib out of the rib, and I got rib eyes and the prime rib, and I've done a couple of those, man. Those are fantastic. I don't know what to pair with it, like you do, but anyway, yeah.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
You and the steak.
Hey, half a steer a year is a lot of meat, more than you'd expect.
Oh
honestly.
no, that
No,
is
I'm
too
getting
much.
ready to. I just was having a beer, and so a buddy and I, before I jumped on the show, we just made or put 30 pounds of pork belly into a cure for bacon.
Ooh, sounds good already.
But we have a deal that we're going to split a whole buffalo. We're going to go shoot it and everything. But
Nice.
actually, it only comes out to like $2.60 a pound.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah, everybody will walk away. The hanging weight is about 1,300 pounds.
Whoa, that's a
You're gonna
big
walk
boy.
away with, if you're doing half, you're gonna end up with a 500 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, should be around 550.
If any of you guys get a chance to get half a steer, it's plenty for everybody. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for a year. Yeah.
But now we can start judging everybody individually. I want to know how everybody likes their steak.
Medium rare.
Well,
Yeah.
real quick, before we get into all that, we got Foamy Head in here, who's AKA John Seller.
Yep.
Have been watching the show pretty much from the beginning of the D Plus shows on YouTube. I'm from the San Antonio, Austin area. I want to make sure to give John Seller all the props, man. He has been here forever.
I have him on Untapped.
I didn't know that Foamy Head was John Saylor. I never knew that.
He's been on, ever since, probably since 2011, so 8 years almost, yeah.
I never equated the two names. Sorry, Foamy Head.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He drinks some good beer. He has got, you look at his Untapped food, and some fantastic beers.
Yeah, so I want to make sure to get to. This is the 10-year anniversary of this show, so I want to make sure to get to all those sorts of things first, man. Anybody has a story on what their favorite show was, what inspired you to even go from just watching the show to jumping in the show live, even sporadically. and maybe who you look forward to seeing when you do jump in on live. The personalities that just jump in every now and then. We have some cats that jump in maybe once or twice, even every few years. Dave is one that stands out in my mind right now. From Indiana, where was he?
He was from Rock Island, Illinois.
Illinois, yeah.
What
Yeah.
cities, yep.
Dave's one that I miss. He hasn't been in a while. But his bluntness and his like, he was always drinking babies.
Babies. Yep. Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Yeah.
Babies.
That was literally his beer.
I really enjoyed what Bob would know. What was the episode that was just Joe and that really crazy dude?
323, Zach. 323.
That was a good one. I didn't even want to
June
join.
of 2015.
Yeah, that was our boy from Texas.
It was just so weird that I didn't want to join because I just wanted to see how far Joe could.
Oh my! The greatest show ever. The greatest show ever. 323. Anybody watching? Type in "share a beer" number 323.
And the asterisk to that is it's one of those shows where Mark was gone.
Yep.
Yes.
Any show where Mark was gone is one of those monumental shows.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me, but
We're Wildcats.
That just means it's a very short list, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have John that says, I sent Joe D a beer mail back in the day, a Ranger Creek Brewing and Distilling Mesquite Smoked Porter and a St. Arnold's Pumpkinator. I also won a Wicked Pool bottle cooler. Yeah. I remember that giveaway. Yeah, that was one of those where I had someone send me something and said they wanted to do they wanted us they came out with this new sort of cooler, and I think if I'm not mistaken it was a cooler that went around your bottle, and they wanted to do a giveaway with me or something, and so it was one of those people that actually came through. I get, bro, if you only knew how many darn offers like this I get every week. And so it was one of those people that actually came through, because I get so many of them, I don't even respond to them anymore. I mean, so many of them just fizzle through, and this cat actually came through. And so Foamy had actually won, and I sent it to him, and he actually won the darn cooler, man. So that was cool. As a matter of fact, if I remember right, wait a minute. That's where I got the, I have it right here.
It was so cool. It was ice cold.
That's where I got this from. And Andrew has one, if I'm not mistaken, one of these Ace bottle cap.
I not only have one, I have a 6-pack.
At an arm reach.
Nice. Yeah, I remember Andrew getting at least one.
I just ordered I ordered the 6-pack off of Amazon because it was cheaper than buying just the one Ace of Spades from one seller.
Yeah.
It was cheaper to buy 6 from this other dude.
And
so that's what I did.
And I got this this ring bottle cap opener. I think what me and you, Tom, got him down there or something.
I remember when you got that though.
Yeah, that was from the beer fest. I thought the Great American Beer Fest.
Oh, dude, I lost mine. Gone.
Yeah, I still have mine. It doesn't fit, but you can open a bottle cap.
Tom lost a lot of things.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, he lost it. Hey, baby. Yeah, me and Tom were staying in the same hotel, and I'm just saying he lost his virginity there. Just saying he lost his.
The one I want to get is off of a Facebook group.
Drink a bunch of beers that night. I'm just saying. But in any case, this ring is cool because it's a bottle cap opener, as you can tell right here.
I think you got to prove it.
Yeah, prove it.
Yeah.
I guess it could.
I did enjoy brewing the beer. That was fun. When
What
we
was
did
that?
I enjoyed when we did the share beer.
Oh man, that's another huge moment on the show.
I
Absolutely.
know none of those guys are still in
It's
the
around the
show.
time I started watching.
That was the smoked porter.
Yeah.
I was watching them.
That was fun. It was different to see. There were different takes. There was.
Was that called Crossroads? Was that Crossroads smoked porter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an
That
interesting.
was a fun one.
It was definitely fun because throughout that whole. Now we had. Okay, who was it, Mark? Who? AJ. We had
Tyler,
Greg, Skylar, Derek, and Zach.
Barrick didn't brew it though. Barrick was just getting in and partying.
Okay. And that was right before. That was before you opened Chain Reaction. Right? That was like the summer before.
That was right.
Right. Yeah.
You'd have to figure out what month it was, but that was right before. It would have been before January.
You weren't quite. I think you were just starting the process of permits.
It was the year that we were starting to do it. So whenever that would have been.
2013. Yeah.
It was fun, and so there's the funny story that I never even got. Well, not funny. It was pretty terrible. When we brewed that beer, we had brewed 10 gallons.
Oh, really?
And what we did was we would double brew or whatever. We were on the starting our second batch for the night, and went to take the first carboy in, and that carboy fell and exploded.
Oh, that's not good.
So we only
boy.
had the 5 gallons after that. But the intentions were to send a couple more out, but shit happened.
Yeah.
But if you've never dropped a carboy so imagine a glass 5-gallon bottle full of 5 gallons of liquid that you've just put 6, 7, 8 hours into.
And that's heavy. That's a heavy piece of glass, dude.
It's heavy, but it's thick glass. So when those break, they sound like a bomb.
Yeah.
So,
and you were brewing in your garage, right? Weren't you brewing in your garage?
That was still in the garage. And the other shitty thing that I found out that didn't even figure out until we threw a last brew party at the house. It was going to be our last home brew that we were doing because we needed to start working on the space. That day it was so cold, the whole city's on accident.
I remember that, yeah. Because you were showing us from your garage, and it was so cold outside. This is the other thing, guys. Every week on the show, we would have each brewer show where they were at in the brewing process. So it was a whole year-long thing. So we would talk every week about, okay, what are we doing now? Where are we at with the beer now? And it was so much fun.
Yeah,
I remember seeing Zach have like 10 beers going on at the same time.
Yeah, we had a lot of beers going.
Yeah.
But yeah, that last final brew day is the only day that, out of all the years I homebrewed, that we smartened up and figured out, because we would always get hose water and just heat it up in the kettle. If you're here in January, in Colorado in January, your groundwater is like 38 degrees. It's pretty damn cold, and that takes a long time to get to about 170. The last homebrew I did was the first and only time that I realized, That washing machine that's right inside the door has a fitting for the hose, and it's instant hot water. I could probably.
You're like, V8 moment.
Yeah, that only wasted hundreds of hours of my life watching that time.
Yeah, and lots of propane too.
This is the official last of my Grand Cru right here, man. This is it. This is
yeah.
Now you gotta smash the bottle on your head.
Yeah, smash the bottle.
Yeah, right.
Coach is like, yeah, man.
You know,
That's
one thing I noticed, Joe D, you've always done your videos from a long time ago, since we're talking about the 10th anniversary here, is you've always opened a bottle, poured it, and then you always take a little like dab off the top, like the little.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you even realize you do that?
Like the little, like the little.
No, he'll pour a beer and then he's like, to taste it before he actually tastes it. He's like, I don't know. It's
liquid
weird. I
Licks
don't
the
know.
little last drop off the bottle.
I don't even think he realizes he does it. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think it's just pure habit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it like. I kind of like. I'm aware of it because so many people have pointed out to me, but at the same time, it's one of those things I can't help doing because it's just so in my nature to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I'm squirting mustard out of the container there, baby. You know what I'm
Whole
saying?
grain mustard, baby.
The whole grain mustard, baby. Just saying.
Except it ain't mustard.
Except it ain't mustard, baby. If I'm squeezing the last out of the bottle there, baby. Just saying.
Protein and vitamins, baby.
But anyway, the last of the little mustard or the ketchup, I don't lick the ketchup bottle, but I will like I just it drives me nuts. I don't know what that is. Yeah. But when it has that little drop
You
and
allow
I always
ketchup in your house?
Huh?
You allow ketchup in your house?
I do have ketchup in the house. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I use the I. You know what's hilarious about this is the stupid thing about ketchup in my house. This is the stupid thing about ketchup in my house.
See, Bum's so upset about you having ketchup in your house.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
I'm not that upset. I'm back.
I always just yesterday. No, day before yesterday, baby. I got me a big King XL, baby. Just saying, yeah, the whole meal, baby. Upsize the King XL meal, baby. Just saying. If you have not had a Burger King XL yet, you need to get you one, man.
Ooh, I'm about to get one right now.
I want to know what someone else's opinion on this XL because I've had 3 or 4 of them by now, man. Them things.
Chairman's had them.
I haven't had the XL, but I've had their sourdough burgers. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Ask the chairman. He's in the chat. There's your expert.
Yeah.
Have you tried
the chairperson's in the chat.
Did the chairman? I don't even want to get into it.
Chairman says bum ass Ned Flanders.
The chairman was hoping Brady. The chairman was
that
hoping
is your
Brady broke his
doppelganger,
back.
You know that.
Yeah.
Flanders.
Hey, Bum, since it looks like we're obviously not going to have a malt liquor report.
Well, he does have some special memories. I think he wants.
Yeah. When did and how did we get started on the malt liquor report? How did that even come to be?
Well, Joe, I would have to research that further. I'm sure I would be able to come up with specific dates on that. I know we're coming up on 2 years, but I have something beyond that, Joe. And
okay,
I don't want to say this is a malt liquor report, but we will bring Billy D in for this.
Oh, Billy D. Yeah.
Billy D has to appear here. Joe, I do have a special video that I want to present to you.
Oh,
it's not really a malt liquor video, but it kind of is. So I'm going to copy the link, and as we have done, I'll paste it in the group chat for you here.
Okay.
And I just want you to click on it. Click on that video. Not sure who this person is that uploaded this video, but make sure your audio is up and if you can go full screen.
Okay. Let me make sure my audio is working because we know we had glitch. Oh, yep, it's not working. Let me make sure my program is open first here.
And if it doesn't work, maybe you can teach me how to screen share real quick.
Well, it's not just the screen share in as much as you need to have this other app that goes with it. Let me see here. So
What have I missed? What have I missed? Is it the multi?
we should. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If you can still hear me, then we're good to go. We should be okay. So let's see. Let's get this up and running. Let me share the screen. Oh, check this out.
Hey, you two, how you doing?
Can you hear that?
Yes, Jesus.
And getting back to you, the little update. Well, a nice update from the share a beer idea.
Oh wow, who made this?
Work on just giving it a good test run. We're gonna work on it Tuesday, February 10th.
Oh, Bum, you made this?
That's a Tuesday, February 10th at 7 p.m.
Read the description, Joe.
We're going to meet on Stickcam, which is STICKAN.
Is that 2010?
There. ABQ Trucker on there.
Yeah, I was still using ABQ Trucker. Wow.
I've got a little like welcome videos, just real short and sweet, just to let you know you're in the right place. First beer will be Guinness. Okay, so it'll be Guinness on February 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so looking forward to seeing you then, man. All right, this ought to be fun. So we're going to be going through this together. I don't really know what to expect. So
does that guy sound like the same guy 10 years later or what? Is that hilarious? I still don't have a clue what the hell to think.
You sound so monotone in that video, Joe.
You look the same.
You
look exactly the same.
Yeah.
That goatee says New Mexico all over it. That is what every dude in New Mexico has, the same, like, thinner lined goatee. Your beard's looking a lot better than this.
Yeah, okay, I'm a little more Arizona now. Is that
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's got that little bit more thicker line to it.
Okay.
You probably have been putting lotion and oil.
A little more beer buttered in it, and a little more beer butter. This is hilarious. This is fun, man. Let me see more of this.
or anything like that. We'll just have to kind of figure it out. Okay, man. So I figured we should just jump in the water. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing else to do. Just do it. So, all right, bro. We'll see you guys. Peace. Hey, how you doing? YouTube is Joe D.
Post-mortem.
Post-mortem.
Beer event last night went terrific. I thought everything went really well. I want to thank.
I didn't even realize I made these videos.
Yeah.
That's what your statistician is here for, Joe.
Yes.
This is incredible to me. I didn't realize I even did this. I could see. I don't remember making the first one, but this one I have.
Chat room. Those of you that wasn't even in the room but were just watching from outside, I just want to thank anybody and everybody for showing up. That was great. I thought it went really well. But the next event will be the same time. It'll be Tuesday, the 17th of February. Okay.
Oh, Tuesday.
And
so
we'll try to
do
keep it at that day and time every day. It'll be Tuesday, February 17th, and pretty much hopefully every Tuesday we can keep this going unless I have something kind of going on. But generally that's my day off and a day that I knew that I could do it. You know what I'm saying? That pretty much I can do it every week. So I want to try to keep that consistent. So once a week.
And you know, one reason, guys, that I think I was so serious is because when I came up with this, I got so much hate. I got so much feedback that was like, this is stupid. Like, what are you talking about? This is the stupidest idea ever. Because nothing like this had ever been done. When you think about 10 years ago, what was happening on the internet at that time? Like, now it's so second nature. But
Joe, you were competing directly with porn.
I'm sorry?
You compete directly with like hardcore porn.
When you're competing directly against hardcore porn, like hardcore porn wasn't even doing interactive stuff yet. Yeah.
This is beer porn, though.
This is beer porn. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is
beer porn.
That is Andrew from the beer community stepping up and getting my back. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
This show is exactly like a weird
and the
porn.
short and that's also for the short chairperson that's in the chat.
Dude, this is awesome.
It's so close to a weird porn that it's not even funny. I've done so many weird things to my face on this show.
Whoa, he does. And literally 2 weeks ago, he was getting stuff stuffed in his face. Yeah, he was.
I've shotgun limeritas for you people.
He did.
Mr. Rayner's in the chat.
As a matter of fact, he might have been the first person on air to do a chug of a limerita. He might have been the first person ever.
And I've done a couple of them.
Yeah, he is.
I feel bad for you, Zach.
I gotta get some more of this video. This is awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize I made this second one. That's for sure. This is crazy.
I missed the next video. I saw the original one.
Do some.
Yeah, May 29th.
Wow.
So this is the first Google Plus live broadcast. The worst that I've been broadcasting. I'm using my built-in microphone. I'm using my built-in camera instead of my HD camera. Everything's wrong here. This is cool. It's finally broadcasting again. We've been waiting, I think, I don't know, it's been quite some time since we were on.
Who's that ugly guy?
What's up, man? Hey, how are you, man? All right. Oops, I don't think I am. Hold on a second.
Impressive.
I got everything
Did you have to agree to terms of service and do the disclaimer at the beginning?
I did.
Yeah, that's new.
It's we are actually currently broadcasting on YouTube and Google Plus live.
Oh wow, cool.
And on my YouTube channel automatically.
So
you are in for a
Whoa, there's Barry!
Yeah, Barry. Yep.
Plus share of beer live.
Barry was part of the first show, man. Hey,
I can text him and tell him to get on.
For those of you that have seen Barry jump in, yeah, we've seen his brother John. We haven't seen Barry in years.
Yeah.
I can text him and get on.
Don't say anything out of place here, Barry. This is being recorded. So.
About December 12th, so 200.
Happy show.
Whoa, look at that guy!
Here. Right.
Jesus.
Look at that guy! Who is
that beardless man?
Zach.
Who the hell is that guy?
That's January.
Jesus
12th.
Christ. Looks like a high school. It looks like a damn high school.
I mean, that's 2012 right there, man.
Yeah, life has been good.
You haven't changed at all, Zach.
You haven't changed at all.
It's talking about show 200 for a while now, it seems like.
Yeah, right?
Wow. Yeah, finally here, show 200, man. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, that's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a bunch.
200. That was a big deal.
So how's it going with your beer, man?
I'm going in to brew my first commercial batch tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Tag along.
No.
You know what?
There's
You know what would be
Greg.
awesome
Look at-
is if we could do show 300.
Look at that guy. Look at this guy. He's got his hair all slick to the side.
That's right, man. That was when I was a corporate dude.
He was Mr. Corporate, man. Look at this guy. Look at man. Look, hey, there's Skyler, man. Look at that. He still had all his instruments behind him and everything. This is too cool, man.
At Zach's new brewery. Wouldn't that be incredible?
That would basically be middle of November 2014. So I would think by then Zach's going to be all set up and running. Yeah.
Starting live. Hey, you know what? I gotta say, thanks everybody for tuning in. I want to do something special because this is show 250. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 250.
Show 250, man. This is actually, a big.
Oh, wait a minute. We had what's his name from Louisiana? Brandon. Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that. We had Brandon. Who was this one?
Great, isn't it?
Somewhere, But hey, 250 shows, man. That's
one for the record books.
So sometime this next year,
Mid-November next year will be at 300.
Yeah, 300. So it might even be the Thanksgiving week show. Who knows? But sometime next year.
Does that guy still sound the same? I don't have any idea when any of this stuff is gonna happen, man. I am like the last person to know when any of this stuff is gonna happen. This is hilarious, man. This is how many years ago?
I've watched a few of them back. Like this.
Like Joe's living diary.
300, man. Everyone, absolutely everyone,
Look at that.
man, that jumped in today. I appreciate it.
This is 300.
300.
Oh, this is from the hotel. Look at that guy. Look at that.
Holy crap. He's starting to get some beard on his chin, or it looks
We
like
got Rui in here. Oh, who was this? Who was this, Mark? I forget who. And we still had Brandon in here. Oh, and we used to have someone in their wife show up. That's right. God, I forgot.
Yeah.
People that have stopped in to tell me congrats on 300, man. I appreciate it, man, because this sometimes it wasn't easy. I thought we were going to
was that
especially recently with stuff that was going on with me. I thought we were going to have
Who was
to just
this over here?
On the far right, that's Barrett's wife.
We were able to
Barrett's wife and
that was when what's his name went down there to meet them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Skylar.
No. Ruben,
yeah. When Ruben went down, when Barrick was still married.
Yeah, we haven't had Ruben on the show in quite some time.
And then these two cats, I'm forgetting their name.
The guy in black and white there to the right of Joe is Zach's friend. He said he knew you, Zach.
Oh, Greg.
Is that his name?
You got Freddie from the craft beer.
Philly.
And then who was this right here? I forget. He was from Boston or something.
Oh yeah, that's Greg. Yeah, he's from Philly.
Oh, from Philly. Okay.
And Rui, yeah.
And then look at this guy over here, man. This guy. Look at that guy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Like June of 2016.
Mark about 90 seconds. Mark
And Rui from Portugal. That's when Rui used to jump in regularly,
October
man.
2018.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? This is Sheriff.
Oh, that's the other Zach.
Yeah.
More so.
Yeah.
These 400 of these things have happened.
Look at Earth.
Look at
that guy.
Hey, man, that's amazing to me.
I was in this house.
Yeah.
I was in this house, man.
Nothing back there, but you were in there.
Yeah, I was in here.
Joe didn't even have furniture yet.
Yeah. He just had pictures of hot chicks on the wall.
No, but now, after 10 years of share beer, Joe can finally earn or afford furniture.
Afford a couch. Yeah.
I can finally afford a couch and a plant on top of something.
Yeah.
How many years does that take? 400.
Well,
and there's Ruben.
I don't know. 7? Yeah, 7.5. We're going on about 8 years, really. I mean, we've got some. I'm going to echo what Earth and Ruben said.
And there's Zach from Australia.
Yeah.
The kind
Right
of
next to him.
consistency of knowing that on Tuesday.
That's right.
Who's that guy? Look at this guy over here.
Talk a little bit. Share some stories and share a few laughs.
Yeah, that's when I just got home from
enjoy
work.
a few beers and just hang out. I mean, it's a great way to kind of
awesome, man.
Reconnect and relax a little bit. Sharing everybody's lives as they're going on. I mean, a lot of stuff's happened in 8 years. I mean,
anyway, this is show 449. Today is January 30th, 2018. Welcome to what is
we're moving up. We have a sofa
we're
back
not
there.
going to do things the standard way today because this is the last Tuesday share beer.
Hey, Bum, our little chat that we got going on,
the new day
Hangouts, you got to put the link in for
pushed to Saturday, and then I'll post the show.
There's
for,
Tom.
Saturday the 10th, and Bum, we were talking about it in the pre-show there. Tell everybody what. And I swear to God, I literally you remember Bum's our statistician here, as well as our malt liquor.
See, Bum, you're the statistician.
Our malt liquor insider.
Management,
so
right?
What is the 10th, by the way?
And it's cool that you just thought of this for no apparent reason, Joe, other than logic. And it just so happens that when we come back on Saturday the 10th, that will be the 9th anniversary of Share Beer to the day.
Wow.
February 10th, 2009.
So thank you to everybody for tuning in. It's been a great ride on Tuesdays, but as you can tell, we're in for a whole new ride, man, on Saturday nights here. So looking forward to that, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to show.
Love that.
Share a beer for 50. This is the big first ever in a long series of Saturday Share a Beer. So, how you doing, Bum?
I'm doing good. Happy 9th anniversary to Share a Beer.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
9 years ago, February 10th, 2009. To the day, 9 years.
To the day.
I'll give a rave, Joe. I think
there's
the Saturday Share Beer thing is going to work out.
Jesus.
Joe.
I'll agree to that.
And that's when Earth faced. Oh, look at that! Nice! Look at that! We had a big Joe D. Thanks, man. You know what?
That's awesome, Bum.
That is
That's
awesome, brother. Thank you so much for putting that together. I appreciate it, man.
That was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool, man.
It's the least I could do, and that was a 10-minute video, and you could never imagine how many hours it took me to put that fucking thing together.
I tell you, you know what, Bum? Thank you so much. You know what, Mark? What do you do? Should we vote for a raise?
Yeah, I add 10 zeros to his paycheck right now.
Add 10 zeros to the paycheck.
Boom! 10 zeros for Bum.
No.
Paycheck
It's your big day.
No. I will not work for less than 20 times my previous pay, or else I'm bailing to Rod J show.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't want to lose anybody to Rod J show, so we will give him. He's a tough negotiator. We will give him whatever it takes right there. That is for sure.
I want 25 times my previous salary.
Can't drink any beers less than $6 a piece right now.
Yeah.
Starting today.
Yeah, Mr. Rayner says go back to 2009. Stay there.
Also, the only reason why they troll the beer show is specifically for the MLDC.
Yeah.
And the chairman says, "Look at stupid Kent."
I'll tell you what. There you go.
If any
He
of
can't
them go
even get his
live,
name right for all these freaking months he's been on the show.
You'll put a link.
if they want to do hangouts together,
Fair
I'll
enough,
plug
innit?
a 40 with any of them, and I'll beat them all of them, live.
Joe,
It's got to be
put a
live.
link in your chat. Mary's brother, Jonathan's trying to get in.
There we go. There's a link real quick.
If you can put a link in.
I appreciate that. Is awesome, brother. Thank you so much for posting that. That was so cool, man.
It's the least I could do, Joe.
That was some serious, right, Mark? That was some crazy memories right
Well,
there.
The only complaint I had is that the earlier Mark had a lot less gray hair than the Mark.
That guy, right? That guy, exactly.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, there's John. Hey, John, we just saw Barry in the first. I didn't know this. He was in the first recorded show.
First recorded show.
Nice. No charge.
Excuse me.
No, not excuse me. It's called
no charge.
It's
no charge.
It's called no charge.
Mr. Rayner says your panel is awful, Jody.
Joe, I gotta say something, bro.
Hey, you're still watching, aren't you?
What do you got, Coach? What do you got?
If any of the MLDC wants to drink a 40 live, I'll beat any of them live. It can't be recorded live.
Why don't you do it now?
I'll kill them.
Why don't you do it now and then give them they could have some content so they can do their own video.
Because
right?
they hide behind the keyboard. They won't join us.
John,
they won't.
I challenged him. I said,
we're at
okay,
capacity
chime
now
in on a chat.
We're at capacity.
Oh, look at that! John just jumped in and already got a comment from the chairman. Cross-eyed cunt.
Ooh.
You know what?
Hey, at least he drinks craft beer. Doesn't mean crap beer.
That means he likes you, John.
What?
Yeah.
Chairman's
Joe,
right now.
Joe, I have a message for you.
Oh wait a minute. We have the most beautiful fan of the show on the chat right now.
Say it one more time.
Hi, Piper. Hello, Piper. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you, Piper.
Happy 10th anniversary, Joe. Happy 10th anniversary, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Piper. I appreciate it.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Piper. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Piper has been with us since the beginning of her life there. We have literally known Piper since she was a in her daddy's pants there.
I remember Joe when we first met Joe, she was 3 years old when we were in Phoenix, and Joe is a larger than life personality anyway.
Yeah.
But if you've never heard somebody clap, Jody claps louder than anyone on the planet. Clap when he laughs. So when you're out having a beer with Joe, he'll actually start clapping when he laughs.
You also have to consider he's part Italian too.
Exactly.
Terrified children. Because Piper would we were having a great beer, and then Joe would laugh and start clapping underneath the table.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hey, but she's brave because she kept sticking in there and talking to me, and she just kept looking at me, and that was a very brave girl. She just kept sticking in there. That's my memories of Piper.
Yep. Gold Spot, hell of a brewery.
Oh yeah, Goldwater, absolutely. That's a fantastic brewery. As a matter of fact, right now in Arizona, it's Asian Beer Week, and Goldwater is out on Instagram brewing some fantastic beers that I'm missing out on right now. They are selling out by the second on their beers, man. That brewery, man, Oh my God, they do some fantastic beers.
I
But
must tell you, Joe. You asked somebody else to get the Big King XL. I went out, I got it, I ate it. Wish there was a little more sauce.
Okay, hey, thanks, Zach. I appreciate it.
I'll still be watching a little bit, but I'll
take care, Zach.
I'll listen to all the interesting things here.
Good to see you, Zach.
Cheers, Zach.
Good luck on another decade.
Bye, Piper.
Yep.
Thank you, Zach. Hey, Piper, we'll see you later. Okay, sweetheart, you take care.
If we make it to year 25, she'll be able to share a beer with us.
Exactly. That's awesome, man. So would a little more sauce, Tom?
A little more sauce, but the sauce was good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sauce was nice and
You
creamy.
actually went out and got an XL right now?
I ate it while I was sitting here.
He must have a BK literally right up the street.
He lives, he lives above the BK. He just went downstairs. He lives in the attic of the BK.
A minute drive down the
Okay,
road. Boom. I got
but the overall, get it now. Your mileage will vary per your BK in your area and at the time you get it and all that, because that's operator error right there. As far as the burger itself, though, the weight, you have to admit, that is like a lot of burger there, man.
It's a big burger. It's beefy, saucy. It's a regular burger. The sauce makes it, but the patties are bigger than usual.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Is it a quarter pounder or is it a quarter pounder?
Oh no, baby,
it's like two Whoppers on top of each other.
Yeah.
I like a big patty.
It is though. The minute you pick up the burger out of the bag, it's like, damn, this thing is like, holy crap! There's some stuff on here.
It's not the best. It's not the best. If it was out of,
No.
I'd give it like a 3.
A Brooklyn black chocolate stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Never go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'd give like a 3.75 to 4 in that window.
Yeah, well,
It's not amazing, but it's good.
No. And the thing of it is I'm not going to compare Burger King on any level to any of the kind of what I consider more gourmet fast food burger chains.
Yeah.
Like,
Burger King's within like the Wendy's and McDonald's range.
Yeah, we're going to keep it there. We're not going to keep it to all the
Five Guys or anything.
Right, yeah. Five Guys or any. No, we're not putting it on that level, not by any means. But I mean, that's like comparing Budweiser to Brooklyn Brewing, like you're drinking right now. That's insane.
So how much was it, Tom? $4.59?
No, $6.50.
Yeah, it's more than that. Yeah.
It was more than I would, but I only did it because Joe requested. He wanted to know somebody else think about it, and I went out there. And, I was hungry a little bit, and I got it.
Tom's willing to take one for the team, and I'll tell you, hey, but is it money wasted though?
I would say yes.
Oh,
because I could get so many more. I can get 6 sandwiches with. I can get 6 sandwiches. I can eat. All right, for the value, you can get more food on a dollar menu than a sandwich. But is it worth getting? Yeah, it's worth getting. Trying. It is good. It is good.
It's worth trying at least, right?
If I'm gonna get another one, I'll ask for extra sauce.
Yeah.
If there's more sauce, I'd definitely get it again. You probably had saucy ones.
Is it as good as a McRib?
It's better than a McRib, actually.
That shit.
I believe it.
That's shit, though, aren't they?
It's much better than a McRib.
Just ask the chairman.
Now the chairman says money wasted buying craft beer.
Ooh.
Well, can I chime in real quick? May I say 30 seconds apiece? I actually just got a call from the chairman. The reason Havana, the chairman, and Mr. Rainier stick up for each other is apparently they're in a love triangle with each other.
Oh.
And now I'm just going to leave it there. That's what they told me. I don't know. Hey, you know what I mean? I don't know. Just a guy living the dream with Joe D and the boys.
This is breaking news, Bum. What do you have to say?
Now, what I have to ask, Coach, is you got that message. Do they mean they're in a love triangle mentally or actually physically?
That's my first question, and I asked the chairman, good old Trent, and he said both.
The chairman's probably he's thinking of something to say right now. He's all churning up.
No, I have to have everyone's attention right now because right now I want to put the floor back to Mark, and I want to know if the person on standby over there, which is of course AJ, the cat.
Oh yeah.
Now, does AJ the cat have any comments or any sort of remarks for the show at all? I mean,
Well, let's go ask the cat himself.
Yeah.
AJ, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, here's the instructor.
We are the only. That's it. I ain't got no comment. Yeah, exactly.
Cat approved.
Yeah, cat approved. Now, does the other Cinderson, that'd be Pam and Cinderson,
The boss?
The boss. Does the boss have any comments at all?
Say it a little louder, dear. There you go. Did you hear that?
Okay. and that's as much as
all we get is it, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but that's as much as we ever get from the boss right there.
That's right. Yeah, she's soft spoken. Speak softly and carry the big stick.
a big stick, baby.
Big stick, baby.
Big black stick.
No, my big stick speaks for itself. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Hey, call it.
Memorial T-shirt on.
That's it. And I was, you know what, Mark, you're actually beating me because I don't even have one anymore. What I've got is this original Guinness extra stout shirt that I have had now for, I don't know, probably 9 years.
You had that like back, like 2010 probably, yeah.
Whenever that original Guinness review was done, of course, you guys see me wearing this shirt. This is the same shirt. Mind you, I'm a few pounds lighter than I was then, but only a few. But hey, this has been an incredible ride over 10 years, man. It has been. I never guessed this thing would go this long. That we would have so many people. We've got John in here now, man, from New York. We've got Boston. We've got Craig in there from across the pond. I mean, this is insane to me, man. I mean,
representing strong tonight.
I mean, I can't thank everybody enough. Bum, you know what, man? I love you, guy. I mean, to put together that video like that, man, that was. You got to give Bum a clap, man.
Golf clap.
Golf clap here.
My public. It was a labor of love, Joe.
I appreciate it, man, because it takes a lot to go through all that video and to put that together like that. Takes hours, as Bum could tell you. It probably took him 4 hours at least.
Oh, I wish it only took 4 hours.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, it takes some serious time. So thank you, Bum. He put a lot of time and effort into that, and I want to make sure he gets all the props for that because I love that video, man. That is awesome.
I'll provide my address. Anybody that wants to donate any craft beer to me is,
It's like upselling.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'll give my Patreon account after the show and my PayPal account.
Exactly.
I'm not asking for anything, but anybody that just wants to, donate.
Give you a Venmo.
Yeah. Here's my Venmo account. Exactly. Right? Yes, exactly. You know what, man? Thank you to all you guys that have. You guys support the show by just tuning in. I mean, for other people, there is tons and tons and tons of people that never even get in the chat or get in on video, and they have been longtime supporters of the show forever. I get emails from people occasionally to let me know how long they have supported these videos. I appreciate all your support. If you're just one of those people that watches and never chimes in whatsoever, I appreciate you, man. I mean, this doesn't exist without you, man. Mark appreciates you. Bum appreciates you. I mean, but like I've told Bum and Mark privately, like every single person that jumps in, Coach, even John, Zach, Craig, every person is a different character, just like Seinfeld or just like Cheers, like we talked about before. You all have your favorite character from your favorite show, and you're doing the same thing for someone else right now. Like you're a character in this show that someone else can relate to.
Jesus.
Right? I mean, that's the truth. Like
now that you mention it, oh man, I don't know.
Someone out there watching right now can relate to you, and when they see you jump on, they're like, I don't know about that big dude that's on there all the time, but that cat when he jumps on, I can relate to him, right? And
well, you know, we have the commissioner, and yeah. Thank you, Commissioner.
He's giving a big to the coach right now.
The commissioner.
Yeah.
The commissioner.
The twice the size of you, buddy. So keep it up. And yeah, I love it.
I could crush the commissioner.
Yeah, no.
Well, and I already crushed his mother, so I guess. No!
Nice, Coach. Nice.
Don't laugh. That's actually a true story. That's a true story.
She gave her.
That's a true story.
He gave the commissioner some the mother some protein and vitamins.
I think we are open one chair, aren't we, on the board right now?
Mr. Rayner said he'll hang himself if he keeps watching it.
Yeah.
And
keep watching.
Steel drops the F-bomb.
Yeah. That is hilarious, man.
Clean shirt.
It is a clean shirt.
So let's move forward into current events, and let's talk about the Super Bowl now, boys. The Rams, of course, played the Patriots last Super Bowl, and of course, I'm the Rams fan. Tom is the Patriots fan, and hey, man, the Patriots prevailed in that. They are a 6-time Super Bowl champ, and I tell you what, man, that was a hell of it was a sorry ass game. If you don't like defense, if I can see exactly where you're coming from. Most boring game you've ever seen in your life.
It was cagey though, but I think both teams were very good. Overall.
Yeah, it was. You know what's hilarious about it, Tom? My take is it was a lot like the World Series. Like the World Series was very strategic and defensive.
Yeah.
Low scoring. Wasn't necessarily a lot of scoring in across all the series as a whole. There was a few games when there was some serious scoring, but the Super Bowl definitely wasn't a lot of scoring. It was a very defensive game. Both teams didn't know what in the hell to do until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter hit, and it seemed like whatever team was going to get it together in the fourth quarter and start figuring out a strategy was who was going to win the game.
Yeah.
And the Patriots just have that pedigree. Yeah. They just the answer to all your questions when it comes to football right now is Belichick. Yeah. Belichick should have been the MVP of that ball game. That's it.
That defensive interception when the Rams are going to get a touchdown. I think that was the key.
Yep.
I'd say the key moment in the game.
I mean, it was. I didn't anticipate the Patriots coming that strong on defense.
Dude, they brought it, dude.
Oh, yeah. They have like 2 quarters to adapt to how how
I
the
think it took 3.5. It took 3.5 quarters for the teams to adapt, and I think in the end it was just Brady adapted better because of his experience in games like that. I mean, I think that was the big thing.
For some reason, it was 3-3 up. Like the Rams didn't do much the whole time. They got their fourth first down in the third quarter, which was pretty bad. They got most of their stuff from like, how can I say this? From like half of the third quarter into the fourth. They got like eight first downs less than the Patriots, but they picked up a lot. For some reason, it was 3-3 for so long, and I always felt like the Patriots had it. Like I always felt like the Rams were so far behind. For some reason.
There was an absolute BS call in that game. There was this holding call that I was like, "What in the hell? Where did this come from?" That did keep us from on momentum that was moving forward. That's for sure. There was another interception that was key. There was a couple of them. There was a touchdown that our guy Cook should have had. I don't know what in the hell happened. But that's the way it goes, man. Look, when you're trying to beat the greatest ever, we're talking about the greatest possible football team, or not team, but the greatest coach quarterback combo to ever play this game we're talking about right now, ever. When you're talking about the greatest ever, the GOATs to play the game, and you're trying to beat them, you have got to be great. Period. When you're not, then there's no excuse, man. That's it. You just lost to the greatest ever. I mean, I don't think that that's horrible. I don't think that we were still in that game. I mean, going into the fourth quarter, like I don't see that as, I don't see it. I mean, yeah, we lost, but
I don't know though. Dude, the quarterback for the Rams, though, he looked defeated a couple times. Even when it was up by a touchdown, I looked on the sideline. He looked defeated. He looked like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I'm saying.
His experience level, he just wasn't quite there on the experience. I mean, he hadn't been in those situations like Brady has. Brady's been there for 15 years.
Yeah.
The reason the Rams were in the Super Bowl is because they rode Todd Gurley. Why did they not run the ball more with Todd Gurley?
Well, now, in all fairness,
they stopped the run.
That was the fourth game, and this is the part I don't understand, because that was the fourth game when we were actually riding C.J. Anderson's coattail.
Right.
Todd Gurley hadn't really played. That was the fourth game in a row, and the media, don't get too caught up in what the media is telling you. The media wants to tell a story. They want to paint a picture that's easiest to tell.
I just put it in the oven.
Whoa, baby. Hey, Andrew, what you do in your private time is what you do private.
You put the lotion on the skin.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you put it in the oven.
What are you complaining about?
Hey, if you put it in the oven, you keep that to yourself. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, baby, I'm putting it in your oven right now. I'm just saying. I mean, hey, whatever,
Some fire alarms going on.
I just threw a frozen wheel in the oven. That's all.
Whatever your pet names are for stuff, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Just
frozen wheel, aka frozen pizza.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, baby.
DiGiorno cheese stuffed crust pizza.
Oh yeah, you ever get those local places that freeze their pizza and sell it locally, like the grocery store?
Not much of a fan. I'd just rather get it fresh from the restaurant in that case.
Wait, this is the place where we have a commercial break 2 and 2.
You realize how many times we go to pizza on this show?
A lot.
Dude, you know how many calories I've eaten because of the show?
Yeah.
Probably put down 100,000 calories.
Yeah. Andrew, read some comments.
Yeah, let me see what we got here.
Mr. Potato Head saying something.
You're talking about the
chairman,
the supposed chairman. Let me back up to where I was. Trolls under a bridge of shit. Rainer find the right brick to hold the rope and do it. Steel just shut my ass down and stuff since it's so loose. Your content is stale. Uneducated.
The chairman wants to beat up Craig.
Yeah.
Dude, my voice is echoing like crazy right now.
I would check, see if you got YouTube.
Oh, there you go, Earth. You got called out a little bit. He says that he has a craft beer beard and he wears the glasses too. So,
well, thank you.
Oh, look at this! Hey, we have Coach showing off a little doggy there, man.
No, it's a 4-month-old Samoyed cross.
Oh, really?
That's 4 months.
Brand new puppy. Yeah, I was gonna say he looked like a puppy. Yeah.
That's gonna be a big one.
What's he drinking? Some spring water light?
Well, it's actually interesting you ask. I gave her some malt liquor and she started to go down in size. I gave her craft beer and she started to rise. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She was probably getting bloated from drinking out of the bottle.
Yeah.
That's what's too much. Yeah.
But I did name her Share Beer.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Now we got Herb Prophet in the chat. Herb Prophet's been part of the show now for I don't know what, Mark, a couple years.
No, probably 4 or 5.
Oh yeah. Many years.
Yeah.
More than 2.
Yep.
I feel like he's been part of the show since I moved to Arizona.
Zach is going real nice and deep on the chairman.
Yeah.
The chairman might be used to that. He got the Vaseline ready.
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. We have a comment in here. Finally, Earth is getting his.
Oh, you missed it, man. He's been on it already.
Oh, we've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Earth is getting his.
He's talking about flat Earth earlier.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little short then. Yeah, so I've been missing it, but yeah, Earth is finally getting his.
Getting called out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
came out from under the radar.
What a better way, the 10th show, Earth is validated. You know what I
mean? You're right. You know what? Yeah, exactly. Yes, on the 10th anniversary show. Exactly. So, by the way,
Shots
guys,
fired. I feel special.
I have a copy of 2 albums right here. One's from Valerie June. You can look up Valerie June, The Order of Time. And the other one is Urban Flora. I have 2 giveaways right now for records for these 2 albums. You email me, jodreviews@gmail.com, and I will pick a random winner of each of those 2 albums. You get a free download, completely legal. I will send you the code so you can download one of those 2 albums for free.
That's what the guy at the white van told you, right?
Well, he was in a white van, but he had the label on the side. He had the magnet with the label on it, and he said like legitimate online downloads is what it said.
And he took cash. So it was legit, right?
Yeah, it sounds legit. Yeah,
it was all legit. He had the magnet stick on for legal online downloads, and I gave him cash money. What could be wrong with that, guys?
Sounds like malt liquor, to be honest with you.
Hey, honestly.
Oh, Herb Prophet says, I know for facts I was watching in 2012. There you go. What do you can you verify that, Bob?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, not for the moment.
Give me till next week.
Okay, guys. Now I want to get back to the Super Bowl. Now, Super Bowl commercials, just talking commercials, the game we already discussed a little bit. The commercials sucked. Basically. Yeah. I thought it was the weakest Super Bowl commercial Super Bowl ever. Yeah. That said, I thought the first half had the better of the commercials than the second half for sure. The first half had the better of the Super Bowl commercials. Now, I've only got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 commercials to me that were any sort of memorable at all that I'm even willing, that I've got on my list here. And 2 of the 4 are Budweiser commercials. So does anybody have any commercials that they could think of that stood out to them? What do you got, Mark?
Okay. I like the Bud Light, the Bud commercial, the Game of Thrones reference where everybody dies.
That was the last one, right? That was in the second half.
That was the last one. That was the second half one. And I like the food porn one. The delish or whatever the frozen food was. All he does is watch frozen food videos, and he's a 3-minute man now.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the
and I
the
saw
uncut version?
Yeah, I saw a story where they actually advertised on Pornhub the same commercials, although much racier.
Right.
Okay. Let's try to. Are you guys willing to look up these commercials? Are you guys willing to rewatch them? So
let's do it.
Let's go from the Bud Light. That was the Game of Thrones, right?
Game of Thrones, where the Bud Light Knight gets crushed by the mountain.
That completely threw me off, right?
Yeah, that was a little bizarre. And then the dragons come over and torch everything.
Okay, so I'm showing. This is from the official Game of Thrones channel. So it shows. So this shows. Whoops. Here we go. Sorry, I was about to show the wrong thing. So this shows 1:35. So here we go, guys. Let's show this Game of Thrones commercial and see what you guys think.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day for a joust.
Indeed. Sun's out. Got my lucky loincloth, cold Bud Light, comfy throne. I don't have the plague anymore.
I don't have the plague anymore. Dilly.
You hold my other beer.
I thought he was completely going to crush whoever he's going against.
All right, let's tap this keg.
A mountain.
Yeah, Peanut.
When he went down like that, I was shocked.
That was surprising. Oh,
That's where he gets knocked the hell out.
The mountain.
Now this guy in Game of Thrones is a badass.
Well, he's the mountain man. He is awesome.
He is awesome, and he's actually an NBA guy or something like that. He's like 6'8" or something like that in real life. Well, he's like Andrew size.
He's like Andrew. And he does the same maneuver where he pushes his head.
And there's the dilly guy. And then when you had the dragon, I was completely thrown off. And I'm like, what is going on? This looks like Game of Thrones. I'm like, what's going on? And then they have the music. And you're like, what is going on here? Whoa!
Game of Thrones.
And you're like, whoa!
Wow. Collaboration advert.
Yeah.
So what would everyone agree? What did you think about that commercial when you saw it?
Well, I was shocked when it first happened. I was like, what's going on? But then when the dragon came up and the music came in, I immediately thought of the theme, which is everybody dies. So even the Bud Light Knight and the Billy, everybody dies, instead of
I think Omegang might be a little salty though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah, right.
Their last season to make beers.
If you kill the knight.
Yeah, we got Jody's buying every single beer we make. Man, come on, man.
The hell with
Billy. The guy's buying double copies of the stuff. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, that was an interesting commercial. It's kind of interesting to me that Budweiser kind of agreed to that.
That commercial in particular raised a lot of controversy because a lot of people were really confused by it.
Yeah, which was the whole idea.
It threw me off. I have to admit, I was like,
It's clever.
what is going on here? What?
I was kind of confused until I saw the dragon, and then the music came on, and I'm like, okay, this is everybody dies. That's what came to my mind.
What did you think, John?
I'm not really a Game of Thrones person, so I really didn't know. But commercial-wise, I felt like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like T-Mobile spent their whole like advertising budget on that.
Yeah, T-Mobile.
They had like 7 commercials.
Yeah, their commercials were kind of clever, weren't they?
Yeah.
You know a good one? It was all right. The microwave food, the one that the wife's always making food, and he always brings it over. I forget how it went. It's the microwave one with the microwave like dinner foods. I'm echoing like a motherfucker, and this fucking me up. I don't know where it's coming from.
That was the Delish or whatever the frozen food was, where he was watching, where she came in on him and he was watching frozen food videos on his laptop and he closed the laptop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that one now. Yeah.
Yeah. And they did a much more adult themed one on Pornhub. They actually did an advertising campaign on Pornhub with that same commercial.
Oh, that's awesome. And then they had the one of the best one hilariously was, dude, I'm echoing like crazy. What's going on? I'm in the dome zone right now.
I don't hear you echoing at all.
I hear the echo. Yeah,
I hear him echoing here.
It's the ghost of Brady Past.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man.
One of the best ones though was hilariously an NFL commercial. Remember the one the ball falls on the ground during like a big committee.
Oh, that's the NFL 100 commercial.
Yeah. The ball falls on the ground.
What was hilarious was some reporters were saying that Gurley actually had a better run in that commercial than he did in the game. And that's what was.
That was probably true.
That was the big one on that commercial. Let me play this initial commercial that Tom was talking about. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds. Let's get to this one here. It was kind of fun here.
My boyfriend is addicted to frozen food porn. He watches it at least 2 to 3 times a day. Maybe. The other day, I found his hidden stash.
Oh, it was stuck together. Did you notice that?
It has turned him into a 3-minute man.
He's a 3-minute man.
I tried to spice things up, but it didn't really work.
I didn't see this.
He's doing it as much at work as he is at home. Now we're into amateur food videos.
Amateur food videos.
This addiction can happen to anyone.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
That one was good, man. Devour frozen foods. Yeah. That one was good. It was good, man.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah. That one was good, man.
He walks in the room and he's
in the food porn.
Hey, did you have a commercial that you liked? Did you watch or?
We don't get them over here. They cut to our adverts, which is annoying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they cut away from all the real commercials and then put on local commercials?
Yeah, it's all that nonsense, yeah.
Oh.
Bum Andrew, did you have a commercial that you liked?
I was working that day.
I watched the game, but you know what? Just because it's a Super Bowl doesn't mean that when a commercial comes, it doesn't mean that it's not time for me to go pee. I pay no attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. You used the commercial break for what it was
Exactly.
Priorities. That's it.
And I from everything I understood, I think I slept through the best part. I slept through the first half of the first quarter, and I guess I missed Gladys Knight singing the national anthem, which was apparently the best part of the whole night.
Yeah, no, Gladys Knight.
It's better than the halftime concert. That was.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys. So I've got a list, and we'll go down my list here of what I thought were at least memorable commercials from this Super Bowl, which were pretty weak here. So I'll start with this one. I thought this one was kind of clever, at least. So we'll get to this one. This is the Hyundai commercial.
Hello. Yeah. With Jason Bateman. Yeah.
Going down.
Going down.
Way down.
This floor root canal.
Oh, this is bad.
This stopped jury duty. Remember?
Yeah.
Proven. Well, he did it, right? We all
He
agree
did
he
it.
did it. 6-hour flight, middle seat. Who's got vitamin C? This floor, the top.
Your body's changing. My body changed. Grandma's body.
Vegan dinner party. Is that even a thing?
We're having meatloaf.
Thank you. Car shopping, off you go.
No, sorry, we're getting a Hyundai.
Yeah, we used Shopper Assurance. It was really easy.
Hyundai, going up.
Hyundai Shopper Assurance. Transparent pricing, streamlined purchase, a 3-day worry-free exchange, and test drives that come to you.
Not so fast, Captain Coleman. Back it up.
It was funny until they showed the product.
Car shopping made better.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
I missed that one too.
Now this is another one. The Amazon Super Bowl commercial was clever, and then I'm going to get to the beer related commercials, which I have 2 of them. This one.
Let's reheat pasta. Reheating pasta. It's cool,
Amazon's
right?
making fun of
Yeah,
itself.
I didn't know
which
you guys
thought
put
was
Alexa in the microwave.
Yeah, we're putting her in a lot of stuff now. But trust me, there are a lot of fails.
Like what?
Like,
Alexa, play my podcast.
When you heard that, did that surprise you?
we need an Alexa dog collar. 4 dogs.
Ordering dog food. Ordering dog
You
food.
can bark all you want. I'm not paying for any more dog food.
Ordering gravy. Ordering sausages.
Hey, you better cancel that order.
What's a hot dog?
Let's play music. Okay.
And then there was the incident.
Wait, that was you guys.
I don't know, was it? Powering down.
She says she's doing it, but I don't see anything. Do you? Holy.
I'm not talking to you.
Cause I'm having a good time.
So that one was pretty good as well. And then I also had the Game of Thrones Bud Light one, but I thought what was the best one as far as this show is concerned was the Bud Light corn syrup commercial. Guys.
Oh yeah.
They're driving around the corn syrup, trying to figure
This
out
one was badass is the only way to say it. Here we go.
And that's how you brew it.
My king, this corn syrup was just delivered.
That's not ours. We don't brew Bud Light with corn syrup.
Milliliter corn syrup.
Let us take it to them at once. But if something did happen, we'd eat the wizard first, right? Yes.
Oh, brewers of Miller Lite, we received your corn syrup by mistake.
That's not our corn syrup. We received our shipment this morning.
You're joking.
Try the Coors Light Castle. They also use corn syrup.
Oh, they totally slammed.
Can you smoke outside?
Oh, brewers of Coors Light, is this corn syrup yours?
Well. Looks like the corn syrup has come home to be brewed. To be clear, we brew Coors Light with corn syrup.
Bud Light.
So
you got it.
Don't lie. Use extracts.
Coors Light's their main competitor, more so than Miller.
So that was that I thought that was hilarious, man. They slammed Coors Light and Miller Lite in the same commercial. I mean, completely toasted them, man. What do you think about that?
Because of course, rice that they brew the bud with is
They
much
use rice syrup, not corn syrup.
You said corn rice.
So to me, as far as this show is concerned, that was the best commercial. I thought it was hilarious, man. I thought it was hilarious. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, but in relation to this show, I thought that was the best one, man. The corn syrup commercial was, and I've heard so many sports talk guys over the week still referencing the corn syrup commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them didn't even realize beer was made with corn syrup.
Yeah.
So for
hey Joe, did you see the Game of Thrones Taco Bell version?
The what?
It's a meme.
I'm sorry, the what? I didn't hear what you said.
Game of Thrones Taco Bell version.
Oh.
Go
No,
on Google Images though.
I'm just talking about Super Bowl commercials though. I thought this one was really good. I thought that one was clever, and to me, it's beer related. I thought this was the best of the Super Bowl commercials there. It was
like that one when they were in the ballroom.
Was it a Budweiser commercial? What was it?
I don't know the name of it. They were just throwing the ball to each other and they were smashing tables.
I don't remember that one. Who remembers that one?
Right, I'm going to head off now, guys. Congratulations, 10 years and all that bloody blah.
Thanks,
it's
Craig.
Great.
Hey, Craig,
Yeah,
man.
it's great meeting you guys, and yeah, it's been really cool.
Later, Craig.
Yeah, good
Take
team.
care.
See you, Craig.
See you next week, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
See you later. Thank you.
It's now 3 a.m. for him, so he's going
Yeah.
to bed.
Hey. I got to tell you, man, all those guys over the years that have jumped in and, whoa, look at this bitch. He is coming over here cussing us. You know what? I don't talk about your mama like that, and you coming on here talking about my mama.
Boom.
Okay, Mark, I vote for him to be booted off immediately.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm not going anywhere. I'm strong.
Mexican fair.
You know, I mean, how fair is that, man? You know
You
what I'm
really get it in Idaho, though? Okay.
That
Hey.
is, what kind of tacos are you eating there, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Jody, and nobody else will know this, but I'll tell you. Tacos de pastor.
Oh, those are I love Al Pastor. Oh my God, those are the
Isn't that tongue?
No, that's lengua.
No.
Pastor is spicy pork.
Okay.
Yeah. You speak my language.
Oh yeah.
Where's Earth? I know Earth knows it.
This is the spicy pork, dude.
What do you got on there for what else you got on there? You got some pork. What do you got? The pork. What do you got toppings on there?
Now, usually, now the Al Pastor, they'll kind of stack the pieces of pork on there like a gyro. So if you're familiar with how a gyro thing of meat looks, that's similarly typically, not all the time, but how they'll do Al Pastor, and they'll kind of slice it up like that as it's spiraling around roasting, and sometimes they'll put a big chunk of pineapple on top, so you'll get a Al Pastor with a little chunk of pineapple.
No, Joe. The gyro. Do they call it a gyro, a gyro? Because I've heard
The gyro.
Gyros.
Gyro.
Gyros.
Gyro was the correct way.
Gyros. That's the
Gyros.
way I was always explained when I was across the pond. Gyros.
Gyro. So when you order your gyro, tell them you want
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like the way he asked, and then he's like, yeah, gyro. When you order your gyro, he didn't even say it the way he originally had said it. He was like, yo, when you order your gyro, when you
That's how I would say it, just to get a reaction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That and get a response and a facial expression from the proprietor.
You know what's funny is when I was
That's right.
across the pond and you would order what they always do, they always told us to say gyro. Anyway, when I came back to America, that's when I started learning how to say gyro. But either way, you always knew you ate one. You always knew someone ate one because of the garlic that would come off of you. I mean, it was insane. And then when I came over here, everything was like this cucumber sauce, and I was like, "What in the hell is this?" Because my first introduction, I had never even had one until I went across the pond, and they always served them with this garlic sauce that was insane. It was unmistakable. And I've only seen one person make this similar sort of garlic sauce and put on a gyro since. And I've had plenty of them with this cucumber sauce, and that's fine. But man, that garlic sauce was just so much better. It was so much better. It was this really hot, and if you've eaten a piece, if anybody has bitten into garlic, it is hot, man. And so when you bit into a gyro, it was hot. It was spicy, garlicky thing, and man, you didn't have enough search to cover it up. Let me tell you.
Yeah, garlic sticks around.
Joe, do you like roasted garlic? Like garlic's been sitting hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of my favorite things is the garlic sitting around, roasting around, and I'm telling you, there's a cat in Idaho that's about to get booted right now because the porn he is showing on screen is really pissing me off.
And he added lubricant.
Look at this guy. Oh.
Take it all in.
And he's taking it all in. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna deep throat this thing on camera.
Oh, you bastards!
You know, he put an image in his mind. He's not going to finish his dinner.
He's going to swallow the pork whole.
If you go,
Daddy and Mommy have to talk. Look away.
He's going to put all that spicy pork in his mouth right now.
Oh man!
With the jalapeno and the little carrot and everything. The bastard.
Here's where you guys come in.
And he's swallowing it down with a silent IPA.
Yeah. So does that beat King XL? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, right? Yeah, what do you think?
Looking at it.
Well, Joe, honestly, don't you speak some Spanish? I know you do.
Well, a little bit, sure.
Well, Southern California is where you grew up, and you're not a white guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm pretty sure me and Earth are your cousins, so.
Yeah, pretty sure. Exactly.
And look what you guys are doing to John. John, don't go away. Look what you're doing to John.
Yeah, poor John. No. John, right now, within probably a matter of like 15 feet, could go get some food that would make any of us right now.
San Antonio? Yeah, walk down the street. Get some
No. John is in New York City, my friend. And
yes.
There is any amount of fantastic food within right now. Right at what time is it for you, John?
5 after 10.
Yeah, 5 after 10. At 5 after 10, John could go, I bet you, within a 3-mile radius of his house and get some of the best whatever in the hell you've ever had in your life.
John can get some.
He can go get that gyro down at the local bodega right now.
Right now. Exactly.
John can get some of the worst food and the best food you've ever seen in your life.
Exactly. Right now, John could go right now and get one of the worst slices that he's ever had in his life, and it'd be the best you've ever had.
I beg to differ on that one.
Definitely a fair share of food to go around here.
Oh my God! I would not know. No, when it comes to food, there's a few places I've been in this country, okay, that have fantastic food. And I tell you, right, in New York City, you're in a plethora of it's a food orgy there. It's insane. Philly also is this secret little place for just the best, like just ordinary guy food, right? Like it's just the best place for like handheld food ever is Philly.
Chicago is awesome. You can get Chicago is like a smaller version of New York. You can get a little bit of everything in Chicago.
Yeah, you've got New York, you've got Philly for sure. Philly has always been.
Oh yeah.
When I think it's crazy too to think of it this way, but I have had the best tuna fish sandwiches ever in my life in Philly. I mean, they're like you could off of one sandwich, you could probably make 4. It's sick, like the amount of tuna fish they will stack on there. I did the most craziest tuna. Anyway, I've had some of the best sandwiches ever in Philly, and I've had some of the best Italian food in Boston, New York, Connecticut. It's ridiculous. Chicago has its own sort of flavor with these things, and you either like it or sometimes you could take it or leave it or just hate it. Like Chicago's
Italian stuff, and it's like pizza thick crust. But if you get into some of the smaller neighborhoods in Chicago, I mean, it's all the Chinese, the Greek, the Eastern European. I mean, it's kind of a smaller version of New York, but yeah, lots of great variety there.
We also have good food in. Well, I'm in Jersey actually. My brother's in New York City, but close enough. But by us, we have a lot of good food. For me, my cousin has a steakhouse, and we just had a 7-course to celebrate his 10th anniversary. 7-course. Like he brought back all the favorites and had a wine tasting. It was amazing.
Why didn't you invite us?
Literally.
Because it's family, literally family, like blood.
Hey,
No,
family,
but
blood, man. Family, more than blood.
I can just say for 10-year anniversary, by the way, Joe, I still have. Remember when the stick end from Flying Dog?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think I recently had one of the beers that I was given on that day.
No way.
Literally, you put a beer away in the cellar and like totally forget that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 2008 or 9 Gonzo.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah, you guys were at. Was it like you guys went to Flying Dog, and it must have been like maybe 2010 or so.
Yeah, 2010. We went on a 5-state road trip, beer road trip.
Yep.
And we went to 9 different breweries.
And you guys got the brewmaster at Flying Dog. You sat down with him and right on. Remember that?
Yeah, you know what, Barry and his brother John were okay. As much as
rampaging the craft beer community, they were corralling everybody.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I can take credit for starting something like this, John and his brother Barry were definitely like the only people I knew at that time. Now it quickly changed, but at that time, that would go and get interviews with actual brewers, like from some of the bigger breweries, like and gave some of that benefit to myself. They had some cats live, and we interviewed them right here on this show.
Yeah, I mean, because of my brother, I know like Greg Cook and people like that, like just like from meeting them face to face several times. Bill Kowaleski. That's why I do a lot of charity beer events by me in my synagogue, because my brother introduced me to them. I now am able to have the connection, and I've done like probably 15 different events with all different breweries. Then donate the beer, and like it's awesome. I actually had in 2013 with Stone. Speaking of Greg Cook, we had the first ever kosher fine dining beer dinner. It was a 5-course, 5-beer dinner, $100 a person. And Mitch Steele, when he was there, helped us design the courses based on the beer.
Dude, how awesome is that? Are you kidding
like
me?
Beef carpaccio and like all this fancy ass stuff, like with all all by around the stone beers.
If anybody has ever had a chance, your local brewery gives you an invitation to one of these 3 or 4 or 5 course sort of deals on a particular, let's say Tuesday night or Thursday night, and it's a reservation only sort of event. Some of your higher end craft breweries will do these sorts of things. Take it, man. If you've never been to a meal where you get served courses, and in between these courses or before that course starts, they'll explain what you're about to have next. They'll explain what beverage you're about to have with that and how it pairs and all these sorts of details. It's phenomenal, man. It is. I don't know, John, what would you call it? Like a 4-hour sort of thing? It's like
something like that. Yeah, we had about 4. We had the New York rep who we knew for a long time was there, and then my cousin's the owner of the restaurant. He, as the chef, explained the dish, and then the rep did the beer, and like talk about how like at the end we had mousse cake, like molten chocolate lava, like oh my god. Like,
it's some of the best I've been fortunate enough. I've had these experiences my whole life, having these sorts of invitations to these sorts of private-ish sort of invitation only, 3-course, 5-course, 7-course meals. Part of it, thanks to that lady that jumps in the chat every once in a while, my mother, she wanted me to know what different sides of life are like, what it's, and so it is an incredible thing, man. It is, to be able to just sit down and you enjoy little things, and if you've ever had a chance to go, you've ever seen these things at your local craft brewery, and I mention craft breweries because craft breweries do these things a lot. There's particular craft breweries in your area, I am sure, that do these things.
For sure.
I am sure they do, and it is a treat, man. Valentine's Day is coming up. I am positive there's a brewery in your area that is doing something for Valentine's Day. If you want to treat your other half to something special, take them to one of these things, man. Even if it's just a 3-course meal, it'll be something special. It's something they'll remember. It's a lot of fun because you have the actual chef coming out, or whoever it is. It could be the farmer. It's going to be someone come out and explain what you're going to eat, how it was grown, how this and that came to be. And then you'll have the brewer come out and explain the beverage you're about to have, whatever it may be, man. It is an absolute treat. And then the way everything's presented, and it's just so special, man. It really is something. It's worth the price. It really is.
That's for sure. I mean, like over the years since back then, that was my I was a craft beer newbie, so to speak, back then. Now I'm like everything I do pairings with friends and all the time because I just have recruited friends onto craft beer. Like my friends will not drink macro anymore ever because I just got them into it. We actually just did a vertical with Bourbon County.
Ooh,
I have I guess some years I hoarded it, and I had from 2012 to 2017 that I brought with me, and we had different chocolates with it and stuff. It was so much fun.
Is that tequila, Earth? What do you got, man?
some Ardbeg Scotch 10-year.
Oh,
Nice.
that beats my Kirkland Scotch by a mile. That is awesome. How old?
10-year, he said. Look at that, man.
Awesome.
Guy's killing it right now.
Is that a peat monster?
Oh yeah, Isla.
Yeah. That is
Isla Monster.
That's big stuff, man.
You mind sharing a price with us, Ruth?
I'm drinking like junior high school Scotch here with the Kirkland.
Right.
This is probably the most readily available from the island you can get, and it's about you can find it anywhere from about $55 to $67 a bottle, so it's not too bad.
It's not bad at all.
In the line of Scotch, yeah, that's pretty reasonable, and it's a quality. I've had it before, and it's very, very good.
You know what's a good bourbon, and it's not a Scotch, but it's a bourbon. I've been really digging Elijah Wood lately. Elijah Craig.
That's a good one.
Is just a really good, smooth, solid bourbon, man. It is just it's just. I mean,
my favorite distillery right now.
The Evan Williams Barrel Select, which you can get a lot of times for under $25 a bottle, which is really, really good too.
Yeah, and that's affordable. Absolutely affordable.
You know what's a very cheap bottle and bond bourbon? I think we spoke last week on Friday. The John McKenna 10 usually goes for like $30. Dude, that shit is good. The price.
What did you have, John? What did you want to say?
My favorite. Well, I have two, but one that I can actually get readily is Four Roses. Even their single barrel, like my bottle king for some reason has it on sale like forever, like $38 for a single barrel. Like
that's pretty good. Yeah, Four Roses.
And then in Zach's neck of the woods, there's a place called Wall's Whiskey that like, oh my gosh, like the stuff that I've had together. When I was out by his house that we had, I was blown away. That the next time I was there, I went there and sent home like 6 bottles of.
Android.
Yeah, Mark, doesn't Zach live down by you somewhere?
Mark's in Atlanta, man.
Yeah, Mark's
in Atlanta.
Or isn't
well, Mark at one time lived in Colorado, but that's been years ago.
No, the beer's affecting me. I only had about 5 of them.
Now,
I'm trying to think. Mark doesn't Zach
from you? Sadiq.
Oh, Sadiq, yeah. Sadiq only lives about 2 miles away from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick,
because I thought Zach said he didn't live far from you. Not Christofferson, but the Neely.
Oh, Neely is Reuben.
Yeah,
Reuben, that's what I meant.
Oh, Reuben lives closer to me.
Yeah, he's like.
Oh, he lives up towards you. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he said he moved down south or something.
Well, there was a time that he was in the Carolinas, but
No, he was in Alabama for a while, for like 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was gonna try to get together with him, but I never could. But yeah, now he's back up in PA, so I'm not. Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Yeah, he's got to get back in the show again.
I want to make sure to get to Carrie in the chat. Carrie's in there. She's been off again, on again person in the chat. I want to make sure she's our dedicated Bud Light drinker.
Dilly.
Yeah, dilly to her. We just showed a bunch of Bud Light commercials. Hey, Zach, now that you're back in, man, what did you think about the Bud Light commercials, the corn syrup commercial?
Check the. I think one of you could probably pull up the thing that I put in the chat, right?
Oh, what did you put in there?
Mark, you can probably find it, right?
I'm sure I can. Where?
In the Hangout chat that we all are in.
Oh, okay.
Nothing bad. Corn syrup in your beer.
Snoozed, it's hard to keep talking to an illiterate. Oh, that was, you were addressing the chairman there.
Yep. No, this is no in the private hangout Google Plus chat.
Okay.
The one that we send like weird pictures during the week.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
The one that's outside beer show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you did post something there. Let me see. Gotta put on my old man glasses.
This kind of says it all, Joe. If we can find it.
Yeah.
Picture?
Where was it? Did you just post it, Zach?
Yeah, and anyways, it says something about here. I'll just pull it up on my phone.
Yeah.
Nope, it won't let me do that. Anyways, it says out there somewhere there is a craft brewer laughing about corn syrup while dumping a case of Hostess snacks into a
Oh,
stem.
yeah. I read that when you posted it. Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. We're all adding corn syrup to the beers, and nobody cares.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Pure Dharma posted it. Yeah, tweet.
It's who cares? But
Okay.
I jumped back on because John and I did split some amazing bourbon when he was out here.
Yeah.
It was single barrel, some of the first barrels of the rye whiskey that Laws had put out. Now, Laws at that time was the original distiller of Stranahan's. And that bourbon is absolutely world class.
Yeah, that stuff we had. I mean, oh my, that blew my mind.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the
bottles
best.
anywhere? Bottles to be found.
It's one reason I wish Untapped more than beer. Like I wish they had spirits in there as well because, you know, for me it's a natural thing. Like I'll have a few beers and then I'm going to be on vodka and whiskey probably the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be on cocktails more than likely the rest of the night, and to me it's a shame not to be able to log some of these different whiskeys or vodkas that I'm having. You know?
Maybe
Yeah,
they need to add like another tab or something to their website they've got already.
It's almost like
/app.
The name Untapped doesn't really differentiate itself. It could be anything. It seems like it doesn't really differentiate to just a beer.
That's just it. Like it's untapped. Like
it's untapped. It's just.
Yeah, because you got to tap a keg for a beer, and then you got to do the same for a scotch or a whiskey or a vodka.
You got the chairman tapping his glass over there. Ready to float away like a balloon.
I'm getting the finger wag at me. Carrie's telling me to watch what you're saying, Joe.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm gonna crack open my other beer right now from La Cumbre in Albuquerque. There, the Monaleo Stout.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What?
It's
I didn't do that. That's not me.
That's me.
Classified as a milk stout, though. It's 6%, 6.8% ABV, and 27 IBUs. It gets a 4.03 rating. If you're not familiar with La Cumbre started not too long before they opened, not too long before I left Albuquerque, and with oh my God, how did I forget their name? My other favorite brewery shutting down. They have become. I forget the name of
the name of that place, Tim. The brew pub we went to in Albuquerque. Yeah, she can't think of it either.
I forget the name. I've got their glasses in my cabinet. If I went over there, I could see them.
Oh,
in any case, it doesn't matter right now. But they have become, I mean, the
Chama River.
Yeah, Chama River. Yeah, with Chama River shutting down, they have become the big brewer over there for sure.
Get some smoke, baby.
I am able. So here we go. Oh, nice smoke coming off the top of that bad boy. Eat it, Jerry. I've got a glass from some.
Also, let's hashtag the
they brew a little bit of beer
chairperson
there.
in that and Mr. Rayner.
I don't know, some kind of run of the mill brewery.
Yeah, some kind of generic craft brewer in Colorado called Chain Reaction.
Yeah, some kind of like craft / macro brewer over there.
Yeah, they use corn syrup in their beer.
And they have just admitted on air right now that they use
But it's the best damn beer ever.
that was their load of corn syrup that Budweiser had in their commercial.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach rented it to him for a while.
That's right. So it says a stout with cocoa nibs, cinnamon, and lactose.
Nope, sugar baby.
Yeah. So
come and nurse at the breast of craft beer, baby.
I better have
the yard.
We'll have Sadiq jumping in a heartbeat if I don't get on this one.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, can you add Hans? Sorry to bother. Can you add Hans?
Oh sure, man. Let me get a
Hans.
Yeah, our boy from Florida.
Pump you up. Oh, sorry.
Henderson, you calm yourself.
I saw Coach in the back of the room with his hand up.
He wants to pump you up.
He wants to pump you up. Oh, yeah, so Coke is coming off of his taco coma. Right.
Yeah, he's coming out of his taco coma.
Massive.
It's funny because this one's 6.8% and it does smell boozy.
Welcome to the gun show, Coach. Welcome to the gun show.
Damn, Sanderson, you do lift. I didn't know. Damn.
That's right, man. I do, man. 70 pounds. Pumping iron.
Is the beach that way?
Yeah.
Hans,
Over there, right?
Hans,
That way,
Hans.
man.
You in, bro?
The beach ball was this big. He went that way.
Hey, so Hans,
when I put iron, there's a power outage.
So Hans, tell us who you are, man, where you're coming to us from, and when you first started with the show, man. When's your first memories of the Share Beer Show?
Well, like I can't really remember because sometimes I drink. So.
Hans don't know.
I'm just joking. Probably 2013, probably.
Oh, okay.
2013. I was watching your videos. During that time I wasn't drinking craft beer. I was drinking malt liquor.
Oh, he admits it. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when I first started, watching your videos, and after that, started seeing, you talk about truck driving, and I was thinking about truck driving too.
Okay.
And right now I'm actually looking for a truck driving job.
Okay.
And it's kind of coincidentally beer and truck driving got together for me.
Well, those two things always go together.
Yeah.
Beer has to get to us. And that's where truck drivers are handy because you have a truck, we got some beer, and we need to get it to our customers somehow. So
Between every stop, you need to have a couple. It is one beer, right?
It's naturally what you want to do, right? It's drink a beer when you're truck driving. Or because you're truck driving.
All right, I'll stop.
one of the worst things ever, though, is to be somewhere, and I mean, if I could just tell you the amount of places I go to, and they're making something fantastic, you just cannot. I mean, there's and all you can do is go, yeah, see you later. Like, I mean, that's what we can. Yeah. It's the worst feeling in the world. I can't buy it. I can't anything. It's just hopefully I can get it. Like that's all I, you know. Yeah. Hey, John. What was your first? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about when you first came into the game as well.
For me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. When I first came into beer, probably 2007. My brother started bringing stuff home from college, and that's like my brother Barry. And since then, I literally like. But when I first started drinking with the Corona and all that crap, and then he started bringing home like Lost Abbey and this and that. And I'm like, this stuff is awesome. I mean, it just like it grew on me, and now when we have 12 years later, we have a cellar with hundreds of bottles, like, and where I can't go like a week, like more than 2 weeks without going to the store and finding something new, and like doing something craft beer related. Like it's a passion of mine that like actually just this girl I'm dating introduced her to craft beer, and she was blown away. We had Flying Dog, I don't know if I know, Founders Nitro Oatmeal Stout the other night.
Oh,
and she was blown. She's like, "What the hell? This doesn't have coffee in it. Like, what am I missing? Like, it's awesome when you turn someone on to craft beer, and they're like, this stuff is so way better than anything else."
It's pretty awesome you turn someone on too.
It is. Yeah, it it is though. It's a lot of fun when you kind of help open someone else's eyes to craft beer as well. It's a lot of fun, you know, because a lot of times, you know, you're showing yourself other craft beers that this brewery is making, and at the same time bringing someone else along for the ride. It's just nothing but fun, you know.
I mean, I can think of so many stories over the years with friends that who used to drink just Bud Light and all that, and then I bring over like stuff, and now like they're buying craft beer and they're sharing craft beer.
Yeah, I seen that, Coach. I seen that. That didn't get ignored there.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right now, John, what's happening is Coach is still, you know, in the middle of his food porn thing.
Right. With food, with tacos.
Just absolutely disgusting.
I just got done pounding down my pizza.
Oh, look at that. We got Doggy live on air, man. Oh, look at that.
Oh, Bulldog, no less.
Yeah.
You gotta go. It's getting crazy over here.
Hate for this shit.
Multiple Bulldogs happening over there, man.
Yeah.
I got to tell you guys.
Mac truck logo.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm around a lot of Mack trucks every single day. I got to tell you guys. Hey, we got Cregan 25 in there, man. Boy, I can barely. There's a lot of people in the chat. I mean, it's. I tell you guys, thank you so much for 10 years, man. This has been an incredible ride. We're gonna have to go now, but it's just been an incredible ride. And thank you to everybody for all your support. We got a full chat happening here from Florida, Georgia, Minnesota. Pittsburgh,
and according to the chairman, they're all shitholes.
Exactly, and he's still here. Oh my goodness, that is.
Yep, he's hanging in there.
All the chairman is a troll. That's all he is.
Oh, and see, Carrie says it right now. Okay, I have to watch a chick flick now. Love you guys. had to be here for your 10 years. And she's in Iowa. So
cheers, Carrie. I'm gonna go watch a chick flick of my own when the show's over.
yeah, cheers to Carrie.
He was here the whole time. You can tell because he's like no malt liquor report. You could tell he was here the whole. He was hanging by his fingernails.
He drug him along this whole time.
I think that's why Steele has been hanging on for so long. He was waiting for the malt liquor report, and he was denied.
Yeah,
he was denied the report.
There was we had a Billy D presence, but you know, he actually Billy D revealed a 10-year anniversary video.
Yeah.
He revealed, and that was much better. I felt like, you know, but I honestly, man, I know me and Mark and Bum, thank you guys so much for all your support, man. Absolutely, the upper management of this show.
Yeah, pass down a couple zeros for you guys.
All those zeros on the end of our paycheck.
Yeah, now that Bum has an extra 25 zeros at the end of his check, he's part of.
Welcome to the Billionaires Club without the B in the front. Billionaires Club.
The pinky out portion of the CBC here, exactly. Yeah, so.
Joe, I just gotta say, like,
and the chairperson is showing he's rather disappointed. No more liquor report. Question mark.
Go ahead, John. What were you gonna say, man?
I just gotta say, like, really, like, a big thank you for creating a platform. Like, 'cause it's a lot of fun. Like, whether I watch or I'm able to jump in, like, I'm always keeping up with everybody, and like, I never would have met you or Mark or Tom or whatever, everyone without craft beer. So it's amazing, and especially with the technology we have now to connect, like, great.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That it has been an absolute treat to do this. I don't even know what to say. You guys have helped me personally. You guys have watched things in my life change over these last 10 years. And just the evolution of, and whatever you want to call it, of my life. You've watched my life change. And I've watched some of your lives change. And we have got to know each other and grow with each other through all these changes, man. And it's such a treat, and like John says, man, it's all because of this little beverage. I've learned other things about like a friend of mine just this past couple days. A friend of mine, just to cover this real quick before we close this out. He's a big hunter, and he kills a lot of things, and he makes a lot of things into jerky, and he made some a particular kind of pig into some jerky, and a particular kind of, not just kind of cow, is a particular kind of cow into some jerky, and let me sample it. And he let me sample it. He had took it right out of the fridge, and then after a while, I saw it later when it was room temperature, and made a huge difference. And I'm telling him the differences in the taste because of the temperature. And he was like, "Oh wow, I never thought about that before." Yeah. And all these sorts of things that I take for granted now are because I've learned because of craft beer. And that part has been, fun. That part has been eye-opening. And it's because of craft beer. I've learned so many other things because of craft beer and getting into beer. So I appreciate what this beverage has done. What I call the love of craft beer has been enlightening, because I learned so many things about all the different things that make up craft beer. I'm gonna have to shut Hans down. It's very distracting. I've learned so many different things because of craft beer, as far as the way certain crops are grown, and all these different things that we talk about all the time, and it really has enhanced my life just in general. Like I said, just in a casual sort of conversation with someone else that does something non-beer related, just from tasting and sampling something, I'm able to enlighten him on, hey, this is why at this temperature, this certain thing, I'm getting these flavors, and at this temperature, I'm not. And so, it's been a hell of a journey. Woo! Yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff now, man. Lack of earphones, guys. All I can say, man, I'm gonna have to keep muting people because this is bad. But in any case, man, thank you guys for all your support. I really appreciate it. It's been a hell of a 10 years, and I hope we can go another 10 more. Just depends on this platform, really.
We'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah, if not this platform, some other one. We'll all be together.
Yeah, we will be together somehow in the future. I hope to meet up with even more of you physically. That is a definite personal goal of mine.
How physical are you trying to get there, Joe? I mean,
I'm sorry?
What are you trying to get there, Joe? Hands above the table. Right?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Hey, what happens is personal. Private relation is personal. Yeah. It's but and I do appreciate all the support, everybody tuning in and wanting to be a part of this. It's fantastic. It's absolutely great. And my hat's off to YouTube. My hat's off to Google Plus making this even possible in the first place. Hell of a ride, man. It's been a hell of a ride. Google Plus is going away, but
sound is crazy right now. Someone is bringing us off the edge right now.
Yeah.
Are we getting pirated right now? They're bringing us off to the.
I know. Google Plus is going away, but YouTube is sticking around for sure, and hopefully.
Yeah.
I wonder when Google's going to take out Google Plus then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I haven't seen anything on it yet.
Yeah, Google Plus is definitely going away. They let you know every single week, man. There's some new thing coming out that this isn't going to be available anymore. This isn't available anymore. So, it's definitely going away, man.
It'd be nice.
Google Plus is almost like Facebook as far as groups and stuff go, but just that you don't have like all the drama that you got on Facebook.
Yeah.
In any case, we're out here, guys. We will see you next week. I appreciate it. Remember me. I've got 2 giveaways here for some free music for people. Email me jodreviews@gmail.com. I will make sure to get you a picture out. Only 2 people though. I got 2 albums, 1 per, and I got codes for giveaways for those 2 people. And we will see you next week, man. Right here, Share a Beer, next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, man. Thank you for all your support, man. We'll see you guys. Bum, thank you, man. That was awesome.
Man. That was awesome.
That was awesome, brother. Thank you so much for putting that together, man. That video was incredible, man.
Yeah, it was good.
You're welcome, Jim.
Ordered and on my desktop. So we're forever now.
And the video is now available for public viewing on my YouTube channel.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you, Bum. Appreciate it, man. Dilly, all you guys, man. We'll see you, man.
Dilly.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
And go. The chairman has
more tacos.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Chairman says, F you, Earth and Andy.